What's up? What's up? How's it going? Welcome to Quarter Day Recordings, Scratched Up Live, number 56. Number 56. I'm your host, Derek Obscure. Welcome. Welcome. This is your first stop on YouTube for hip-hop discussion, right? You know what it is. We're back with another week. I hope your Thanksgiving went well. Mine did. We had family in town. We did all sorts of stuff around Kansas City, and it was a good time. So, in solidarity with my city, I'm wearing a Chiefs hat. I'm not a big sports guy, but you know, maybe now's not even the best time to wear a Chiefs hat, but I don't care. This is the only time this year I've worn it. We have a whole bunch of stuff to do tonight. Whole bunch of stuff to talk about, at least, and then I'm gonna do a new mixtape, a classic mixtape live reaction. All right, if you've been watching the show, you know that I've done a couple of these or a few of these at this point, and I'm just going down the list. I have a list of like 12 of them, so we're gonna spread it out across the next few months. We're back with another one this week. Juicy J and Project Pat of 3-6 Mafia, you know them. They released a mixtape titled Pimpin'. Play Me Some Pimpin'. I think that's what, yeah, it's Play Me Some Pimpin', right? That's one of his catchphrases. Yeah, Play Me Some Pimpin'. That's one of Juicy J, you know, he says that a lot, right? Apparently he has a whole mixtape titled Play Me Some Pimpin' with Project Pat. I'd never heard of it until, I don't know, within the last year or so. I added it to my library, but I still have not gotten to listen to it. I have a laundry list of music to listen to, and it's a long-term kind of project. So I kind of just went through the music that I have added to my Apple Music library, but have not listened to yet. Of the ones that I've added, I picked out the mixtapes that I have not listened to yet. I want to react specifically to mixtapes. So you can go check my lucky mixtape reaction. You can go check out my Chief Keef mixtape reaction and Chameleonaire and Paul Wall mixtape reaction. And tonight we're gonna do the Juicy J and Project Pat mixtape reaction. It's gonna be good. That'll come later though. We've got other things to talk about. Like what you've seen in the thumbnail so far, Nicki Minaj. Now, yes, that is a picture in the thumbnail of Nicki Minaj in a like SS style of uniform, and that was ripped straight from one of her music videos. I didn't know about this controversy that she had about 10 years ago with the like Nazi propaganda music video until tonight when I was looking for thumbnail pictures, but it was perfect, so I had to throw it in there because she has gone full MAGA. Now, this is something I reported on, I don't know, like a month or two ago. She was making odd tweets, you know, just really glazing the Trump administration and, you know, but more than that, just like in a strange way. I didn't like it. It rubbed me the wrong way. Now, she has gone full throat with her support of Trump, so we're going to talk about that. Also, as you saw, something I didn't mention in the description that we're going to talk about is I wrote pgLang, or I put the pgLang logo on the thumbnail, right? What that is pgLang and Trey Parker and Matt Stone of South Park fame have been working on this movie for years. Like, they announced it in 2020. It's been in development for years and years and years. And freaking Paramount just removed it from their release schedule. And, Paramount has just been, like, really just sucking balls all year in a bad way. Okay? And this is just added to the list of how Paramount sucks recently. So hopefully they can find another distributor for this movie. Surely they will, but as of now they have not. And so I find that worrying because I've been really looking forward to it. It's going to be like a big touchstone in culture, I think, and leave it up to a big freaking corporation to delay it for us. It sucks. So we got other stuff to talk about, of course, and we're going to get to it. I'm also going to stream this week on Thursday, later this week. And on that stream, I'm going to do a listen to these albums segment. I'm still working on it. Still parsing through the albums. I've started listening to, I've started to mold my best albums of 2025 list. You know, we're about a month away from the new year. So I've made the list of all of the contenders and I'm whittling it down. You can go watch the 2024 Best Albums of the Year video that I made last year to see how I do it. I'm sticking to the same exact methodology, doing it the same exact way I did last year, so we can have consistent results here. You know, of course, based off of my opinion. But I've started that process, like yesterday. Or, no, I started it on Saturday. And I'm really excited about it. But I've got, you know, there's still a month worth of new music to keep up with too, you know, so I'm working on it this coming Thursday. I'm going to do a stream this Thursday where I will recommend new albums. Also trying to plan a new interview with Nonstop Signatures, who has the scoop on all of the artists who have been using AutoPen and selling them for higher price. You know, they're selling fake signatures. If you're a viewer of this channel for a minute, you know about this. But it's been a while since I reported on it. It's been like a year since I talked to Nonstop Signatures on stream. So we're going to get him back in here. Hopefully this Thursday. I need to coordinate it. Maybe, if not this week, sometime soon. All right. And so look out for that. Look out for that. All right. Good stuff, people. Let's see here. So, going back about 2 weeks ago, a little less than 2 weeks, Pras from Fugees was sentenced to 14 years. 14 years over illegal donations to the Obama campaign. Very strange. You know, this guy is always in trouble with the law. All of the Fugees, really. It seems that they're always in something. Who's the other one? Wyclef Jean, wasn't he caught up in like tax fraud? Or maybe it was Pras who was caught up in tax fraud. I don't know. And then of course Lauryn Hill is always upsetting her fans. But this does say misleading headline, top comment. So shout out Arse Burner. He's not getting 14 years for Obama campaign donations alone. He was basically acting as an agent of China and trying to sabotage the 1MDB investigations queue. What's that? I am not familiar. Why 1MDB fugitive who Zhou Lo lives freely in China with fake Aussie passport. Okay. Here we go. Exposing the Malaysian 1MDB scandal. Billions stolen, lives shattered. So, some sort of... Somehow Pras was involved in this scam. Malaysian scandal. Billions stolen. Do I dare click on this? This is very...
Autoland activating.
Very crazy. Hold on.
I enjoy being productive.
Let's see here. You're gonna skip this. Okay, this video is an hour long. So obviously not gonna watch this, but let me skip around for a second, although there are millions of ads here, so
A story of corruption.
let's hear what he has to
back
say
in my
for a
previous
second.
videos that we were going to have a wild tale of corruption when
Shout out History of Everything podcast.
we talk about Malaysia, which you all guaranteed was going to happen when you went and spammed corruption in my Belt and Road video that I
Okay,
did.
so-
So for those of you who are watching right now, make sure to go ahead and like this video, and you better the world's greatest financial scandals in. We are talking about a scandal that has been described as one of the world's greatest financial scandals in history,
okay.
and was declared by the United States Department of Justice as the, quote, largest kleptocracy case to date in 2016.
So this happened a while ago. Okay. So this is some old news. Didn't know about it. I'll look into it a little more later. But the point is, Pras from Fugees was wrapped up in that somehow. And his defense team used AI and made weak closing arguments. Dude, how are lawyers using AI? That's just despicable. It's fucking gross. In April, Michelle Pras, forgive me, was convicted of 10 counts of his conspiracy trial, including witness tampering, falsifying documents, and serving as an unregistered foreign agent. Michelle faces up to 20 years in prison after his conviction as an agent of China, as prosecutors say. He funneled to try and influence U.S. politicians. Somebody else goes, I did a little research after reading this article. The sentencing isn't only about the Obama campaign. Yeah, we know about that. So read about the 1MDB scandal. $4.5 billion was embezzled from this sovereign wealth fund, and the mastermind is a Malaysian billionaire named Zhou Law, who is now an international fugitive. He gave $120 million to Pras, who then donated some of that money to the Obama campaign. He's cooked. Oh, Jesus. What the hell? The connection from... Like, how does Pras get wrapped up in that? So 1MDB is an acronym for One Malaysia Development Berhad. It's an ongoing corruption, bribery, and money laundering conspiracy in which the Malaysian sovereign wealth fund One Malaysia Development Berhad was systemically embezzled with assets diverged globally by the perpetrators of the scheme. It began in 2009 in Malaysia. The scandal's global scope implicated institutions and individuals in politics, banking, and entertainment, and led to criminal investigations in a number of nations. The 1MDB scandal has been described as, quote, one of the world's greatest financial scandals and declared by the U.S. as, quote, the largest kleptocracy case to date in 2016. And what's kleptocracy? Because that's exactly what that YouTuber said. Kleptocracy means I steal in Greek. Also referred to as thievocracy is a government whose corrupt leaders use political power to expropriate the wealth of the people and land they govern, typically by embezzling or misappropriating government funds at the expense of the wider population. Okay, so the Malaysian government was committing fraud with public funds. Is that what's going on here? Oops. I just fucked up. On my end. Nothing for you guys. Didn't fuck up anything for you guys. Just everything I'm trying to do got fucked up. Alright. Anyways. Yeah, okay. So we're learning about the One Malaysia Development Berhad scandal, which Pras from Fugees was a part of. But, okay. Let's see what the article has to say. I'm just reading comments. That's all I got. I got all of that just based off the comments. We haven't even started the article yet. So from The Guardian. Oh, that's a little sneak peek. Fugees rapper Pras said illegal donations to Obama campaign, but we've learned that it was more than just that. He was convicted in 2023 after a trial that included testimony from Leonardo DiCaprio and former U.S. Attorney Jeff Sessions. What the hell? So, if you didn't know, Pras is a Grammy Award winner with the Fugees. The 52-year-old founding member of the Fugees was convicted of money laundering and campaign finance violations in 2023 in a global foreign influence scandal led by the Malaysian financier Loh Taik Zhou. In April 2023, a federal judge convicted Michelle of 10 counts, including conspiracy and acting as an unregistered agent of a foreign government. The trial in Washington, D.C. included testimony from the actor Leonardo DiCaprio and the former attorney Jeff Sessions. How is DiCaprio... See, this story is really just going deep here. How is DiCaprio in... Actor Leo DiCaprio testifies in money laundering and bribery scandal. This article is more than 2 years old. Get out of here. Look at this man. So, Leo testified in a federal court on Monday morning as part of a trial involving international money laundering. They mentioned Pras. He's accused of funneling money from a fugitive Malaysian financier through straw donors to Barack Obama's 2012 re-election campaign. 5 years later, prosecutors say he tried to squelch an investigation into that same financier under Donald Trump's administration. So DiCaprio's connection with the case comes from his years-long relationship with Lowe, who was one of the primary financiers of the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. Oh, look at that. Lowe is currently a fugitive but has maintained his innocence. According to the charges, Michelle essentially became a conduit for Lowe's pilfered millions and his attempts to influence the U.S. government. Prosecutors alleged that from June to November 2012, Lowe directed more than $21.6 million to be moved from the foreign entities to Michelle's accounts in order to funnel money into the 2012 presidential election. Wow. They say Michelle then paid about 20 straw donors and conduits so they can make the donations in their names and conceal their money conceal where their money actually came from. Dude, the only reason this is all getting uncovered is because they got caught. Because it was, a, what do they call it? Kleptocracy or whatever the fuck. Think of how much of this kind of stuff is actually happening and never gets caught. DiCaprio testified that he met and befriended Lowe at a birthday party in Las Vegas in 2010. I understood him to be a huge businessman with many different connections in Abu Dhabi, and Malaysia. The 48-year-old Oscar winner answered questions on the witness stand calmly, occasionally deferring to a fuzzy memory on some details and dates. In addition to his relationship with Lowe, DiCaprio said he had known the defendant Michelle since sometime in the 90s when they met backstage after a Fugees concert. Wow, they go back. It's crazy. Dude, like the Fugees, they stopped making music really early on, but their influence was so deep. Makes you wonder, like... They're obviously more than just the music, them three. Political players and stuff like that. It's like they didn't need the music. They were I don't know, higher up than that. Sad because the only reason I care is for the music, to be honest. But they stopped giving us that, so. All right, wait. I'm off track. Let's get back on track here. I'm off the rails. So that was the Leo connection. But that's beside the point. Where was I? Justice Department prosecutors... So we're back to the present here. Justice Department prosecutors said federal sentencing guidelines recommended a life sentence for Michelle. Wow. The Justice Department recommended a life sentence for this guy, who they said betrayed his country for money and lied unapologetically and unrelenting to carry out his schemes. His sentence, they wrote, should reflect the breadth and depth of his crimes, his indifference to the risks to his country, and the magnitude of his greed. And of course, and I mean this genuinely, Obama has no like ties to this. Like, these are third parties who gave money to Obama through sketchy means. And I'm not like even one to I have to defend Obama, but I know how people are, and no, like, these are people that just donated to the campaign. Like, Obama doesn't know where their money comes from. Like, is he supposed to? Maybe that is the law. I don't know. Let me look this up. Hold up. This is the research stream here, right? So we're gonna do the research. Give me a second. Here. Do presidential campaigns have to look into how donators to the campaign earned the money they donate? Let's see what ChatGPT has to say. It should know something like this because it's just U.S. law. See here. Good question. So I said, do presidential campaigns... Oh, wait. Let me show you. Do presidential campaigns have to look into how donors to the campaign earn the money they donate? Good question. Here's how it works in the U.S. for presidential campaigns, and more importantly, what campaigns do and don't have to do when it comes to, quote, looking into how donors earn their money. What U.S. law does require from campaigns. Under the FEC regulations, campaigns must collect and report certain information about donors. For individual contributions over a threshold more than $200 in an election cycle, campaigns must request and disclose the donor's name, mailing address, occupation, and employer. Campaigns or their treasurers are prohibited from knowingly accepting donations from, quote, prohibited sources, such as donations from corporations, treasury funds, from foreign nationals, or contributions, quote, in the name of another. And that's why the Malaysia guy, whoever, whatever his name is, Law Joe or whatever, had to jump through all these hoops to donate to the Obama campaign because he's not American. You can't, foreign nationals cannot. And this is like the government of Malaysia, practically. That's what it's a kleptocracy or whatever the fuck. That's literally just Malaysia interfering in American campaigns. Can't happen. If a contribution appears, quote, questionable, for example, from an unregistered entity or a source that may be disallowed, the campaign must either return the contribution or hold it in a separate account and not spend it pending resolution. So I wonder if the Obama campaign has to give that money back, or, the Obama corporation or whatever. These requirements allow the public, blah, 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 we got that. What they are not required to do, or at least what the law doesn't demand they verify, the law does not require campaigns to perform a deep investigation into how a donor earned their money, whether it came from, quote, legal business earnings, investments, inheritance, or potentially illicit activities. There's no general requirement that a campaign trace the origin of a donor's wealth beyond ensuring the donor is not a, quote, prohibited source. Campaigns are not required under FECA to independently verify the legality of a donor's income. Unless there is a reason to suspect wrongdoing, campaigns are not obligated to conduct investigative vetting. They only have to avoid knowingly accepting contributions from prohibited or suspicious sources. So that answers my question, I guess. Let's see. The defense attorney, Peter Zeidenberg, said his client's 14-year sentence was, quote, completely disproportionate to the offense. Michel will appeal against his conviction and sentence, according to his lawyer. Zeidenberg had recommended, 14 years, they in the Justice Department was recommending a life sentence. The man got off easy, and if the Justice Department is recommending that, like, I don't know. It's about as unbiased as it gets. But of course, the Justice Department is going to be especially pissed at like foreign influence type of thing. So they were hoping to throw the book at him for those reasons. A life sentence would be, quote, an absurdly high punishment for Michel, given that it is typically reserved for deadly terrorists and drug cartel leaders, Michel's attorney said in a court filing. I wonder if it has to do with the Trump administration being in power right now. I don't know. Maybe not. The government's position is one that would cause Inspector Javert to recoil and, if anything, simply illustrates just how easily the guidelines can be manipulated to produce absurd results. This is a quote from Pras' lawyer still. And how poorly equipped they are, at least on this occasion, to determine a fair and just sentence, they continued. In the early 2010s, Low, now a fugitive believed to be hiding in China, used billions of dollars stolen from a Malaysian state investment fund known as 1MDB to invest in luxury U.S. real estate, fine art, and Hollywood films such as DiCaprio's The Wolf of Wall Street. Low has maintained his innocence. That's why you're on the run, right? Michel was accused of helping Low secretly channel money into then-President Barack Obama's 2012 re-election campaign via shell companies hiding the donation's origins. Michel also tried to end a Justice Department investigation of Low, tampered with 2 witnesses, and perjured himself at trial, prosecutor said. Dude, he's such a dummy. He really is. I mean, this is what is making me say that. This sentence right here specifically. Like, not only did he do this, like, high high crime, whatever. But he did all this stupid stuff after they were already investigating him. Tried to end a Justice Department investigation of the guy that's on the run in China. He tampered with 2 witnesses, and he lied under oath. Michelle, originally from Brooklyn, founded the Fugees with his childhood friends Lauryn Hill and Wyclef Jean. The group won 2 Grammys, blah, 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 blah. We got that. So what a story to kick us off with. What a story. I don't know. It sounds like they're going to appeal. So it's not going to be over yet. Not over yet, people. Not over yet. Okay. Up next. I think we're just going to go. We're going to go ahead. We're going to dive deep into the Nicki Minaj sphere. And I don't care if there's any barbs watching right now. You got to just swallow the truth. You got to just take it for what it is. They're known for being crazy and vicious when it comes to defending their queen. But, I mean, how can you defend this shit? Oh, wait. This shit. Nicki Minaj says, I stand with MAGA while Trump's covert drug war ravages her homeland. Okay. So she has recently spoke to Congress, I believe. Oh, what? Oh, okay. So the original source I had has been deleted. So let's hold on here. I can find it. We got a lot to dig into on this one because she spoke to Congress. Let me find a good source. Okay, here we go. Forbes. It's going to be good. Nicki Minaj says she will speak with UN ambassador about violence against Christians in Nigeria. So, her cause is noble, right? But it's all the extra MAGA glazing. Rapper Nicki Minaj and U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Mike Waltz said on social media they will deliver remarks together this week about violence against Christians in Nigeria, so that's great. A cause Nicki Minaj recently embraced, though some experts dismiss claims Christians are disproportionately targeted by extremist groups. So, to be honest, I didn't know that she was speaking with Tim Waltz. Interesting. Waltz confirmed he will speak with Nicki Minaj. Waltz made his post in response to a Time reporter who said Minaj and Waltz will speak alongside Trump advisor Alex Biersiewicz on Tuesday. We're having quite the political episode tonight. Minaj said on Sunday night she is, quote, grateful to be entrusted with an opportunity of this magnitude, adding she and her fans will, quote, never stand down in the face of injustice. This event comes after Minaj has made multiple posts on social media calling attention to violence against Christians in Nigeria, ostensibly referring to the attacks by militant groups that experts say target large numbers of both Christian and Muslim Nigerians. Experts acknowledge militant groups have carried out attacks targeting Christians in Nigeria, though similar attacks also target Muslims. And the little data available suggests Christians are not targeted at a higher rate. So that's where, this conspiracy comes in, where it's like, it seems like they're attacking everybody, but people like Nicki and people like Trump, where obviously it's coming down from people like Trump and Ted Cruz here, they only see the Christian mass murder, so they're calling it. And obviously I also don't know anything else about this conflict besides what I'm reading here, but based off what I'm reading, that's what's going on. The right, the Republicans, Trump, Nicki Minaj, Ted Cruz, they are seeing bloodshed and calling out the injustice rightfully, but they're labeling it as like a persecution against Christians specifically when there's reports that it's not just Christians. It's not being targeted. Christians are not being targeted specifically. Right here it says there's little data available to suggest that Christians are not. Oh wait, here, no, strike that. It says the little data available suggests Christians are not targeted at a higher rate. So, armed conflict location and event data, a crisis monitoring group reported more than 20,000 people were killed in Nigeria between January 2020 and September 2025, including 317 Christians and 417 Muslims. So not only is it not just Christians data, 117 Muslims. So not only it's saying that my stream is failing. Is that true? No. Now it says excellent connection, so I think we're back. Okay. I don't know how much or if anything got cut off, but yeah. According to the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data, which is a crisis monitoring group, the amount of Muslims killed between January 2020 and September 2025 is actually higher than the amount of Christians killed. Not that it's like an oppression war or whatever, but when you're making a claim that it's a persecution against a specific religious group, and there's actually another religious group that's seen more death, your argument's not going to hold much weight. The organization dismissed a claim by Senator Ted Cruz that Christian mass murder is occurring in Nigeria, stating religious violence is, quote, far more complex and not limited to Christians. In the 2024 report, the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom said extremist groups, including Boko Haram, have targeted large numbers of Christians and Muslims in several states across Nigeria, as well as religious minorities. Nnamdi Obasi, a senior advisor at the International Crisis Group think tank, told CNN claims of, quote, mass slaughter of Christians are seriously misread and exaggerate the challenges of interfaith relations in the country. The Associated Press reported violence in Nigeria can be religiously motivated, but are also sometimes clashes between farmers and herders and ethnic conflicts. Nigeria has resisted claims that it is persecuting Christians. Nigerian Information Minister Mohammed Idris said in a statement earlier this month, claims of religious genocide are, quote, false, baseless, despicable, and divisive, adding Christianity is, quote, neither endangered nor marginalized in Nigeria. And that's as much... Oh, wait, I can read more. Oh, okay, here we go. And what has Trump said about Nigeria? So this is where Trump comes in Nicki Minaj's MAGA-ness, because this is a conspiracy that is really being peddled by the Trump administration and people on the right, and Nicki Minaj is eating it up because she's from Nigeria and she's rightfully concerned. Okay? But Trump threatened military action against Nigeria in a Truth Social post earlier this month, which was, last month at this point, November, accusing it of not doing enough to protect Christians against religious violence. Quote, if we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians, Trump said. Either the Nigerian government protects Christians, or we will kill the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities, Pete Hegseth said in a post on X. That's our defense secretary posting on X. Military plans. Gotta love it, right? No, you don't have to. The State Department designated Nigeria a, quote, country of particular concern earlier this month over accusations Christians are being persecuted, a largely symbolic gesture, and Representative Riley Moore of West Virginia introduced a resolution in the House condemning attacks on Christians in Nigeria, which, we gotta condemn all the attacks, including those on Christians. Here's some key background. Minaj has increasingly praised the Trump administration in recent weeks. Earlier this month, the rapper made a post on X thanking Trump for a Truth Social post he made acknowledging attacks on Christians in Nigeria. She said, reading this made me feel a deep sense of gratitude. We live in a country where we can freely worship God, Minaj said in her post, adding thank you to the president and his team for taking this seriously. Minaj has also reposted multiple TikToks posted by the White House in recent weeks, including one that uses Minaj's song Va-Va-Voom and claims multiple accomplishments made in 2025, including, quote, no men and women's sports, border is closed, and, quote, criminal illegals are being deported. So that's what she is, that's what she's cheering on here. The whole no men and women's sports, that really pressing issue that was really not overblown and very, very serious and very widespread in America. She's very happy that the border is closed and that criminal illegals are being deported. So she's cheering on ICE as well, people. And where people like Olivia Rodrigo and others have really called out the Trump administration and blocked them from using their music, Minaj has embraced it and is actually really proud of it and happy. I want to see what this is actually. It's a TikTok. Oh, I think. Wait, did she? Okay, so this is a post by the White House, and it probably has her song, right? So, there you have it. She's eating it up. She's fully on board. Minaj also reposted a White House TikTok sent to a viral sound mashing up of Minaj's song Bees in the Trap with 4 non-blondes what's up showing appreciation in an X post. The President and First Lady of the United States of America! Minaj did not formally endorse any of Trump's presidential runs, and she has previously criticized him over his immigration policies, but now she loves him. You know, that I don't know when that was, but that was probably during the first administration. What stuck with me was the children. Remember in the first administration when he did the Muslim ban? He was banning Muslims, like, dude. Of course, not to mention what's happening now, but what stuck with me was the children being taken away from their parents when they came into this country, Minaj told Rolling Stone in 2020. Okay, so it's actually even been less time between her flip-flop here, where in 2020 she was just devastated over the Trump administration, and in 2025 she's loving it and what they're doing at the border. She said it bothered her back in 2020 because she is an immigrant from Trinidad and Tobago. Though the extent of Minaj's support for Trump is unclear, the administration has embraced her. Team Trump, an official TikTok account for the Trump administration, posted a video of Trump dancing with the caption, "Mood now that Nicki Minaj is MAGA." Some fans have been critical of Minaj's recent praise of the Trump administration. Waking up to Nicki Minaj thinking Trump is so fucking disappointing, one fan said on TikTok, receiving nearly 500,000 likes. Oh, man. Let's watch it. Let's check it out. 500,000 likes. That's a lot. Okay, we don't need to watch it. They added no value. Gagging over Donald Trump when he doesn't support half your fan base is a choice. One fan said in response to Minaj's post on X praising Trump. Yeah, because she, Minaj, like most female pop artists, has a big fan base of LGBTQ people and people of color. A lot of people of those intersections or intersectionalities exist in her fan base, so pretty disappointing. And when I reported on the Nicki Minaj MAGA support a month ago, it wasn't as explicit as she's being now. Let me see, because she did speak to. Let me see what I can find on real quick of her speaking with Tim Waltz. I'm curious. I gotta know. I gotta see what she sounded like, what she looked like. Yeah, she spoke not to Congress, to the United Nations. 13 days ago, Nicki Minaj delivered speech at UN. So, I said she spoke to Congress earlier, but that was not true. Let's watch from... Okay, here's the whole conference here from AP. It's an hour long, but I'm just going to kind of skip through a little bit. Is Tim Waltz there? Where's Tim Waltz? Is that the Speaker of the House? No. I'm tripping. I thought that was Mike Johnson for a second. There's Miss Minaj. And I'm not hating on her for doing this.
Timothy McMurtry, who will lead us in an opening prayer.
I'm just kind of I'm clowning on her for eating up these Trump conspiracies. Here we go.
Let's try to save these people. So everyone, please join me in welcoming.
Oh wait, Michael Waltz. I thought it was Tim Waltz. Okay, don't listen to me. I was looking for the Kamala's running mate, Tim Waltz, but it was Michael Waltz, different Waltz. Okay, so FML. I was confused. I was like, why is Tim Waltz like okay, whatever.
The Caribbean, a champion of the oppressed, and a sister in Christ, Nicki Minaj.
She can barely walk, dude. Those heels are crazy.
Hello, everyone. I must say, I am very nervous, so please.
So there's a lot of rumors or reports or whatever you want to call it that she has been doing a lot of drugs recently, which would explain the, sharp turn in politics recently within the last 5 years. I don't know. She's had a lot of weird behavior this year. Well, the Cardi B beef, which Cardi B is just as much at fault as she is, so maybe they're both on drugs. I don't know. But she, Nicki has always had this like theatrical presentation of herself every time she speaks. She's, got like a bit of a slur going on. Her cadence is a little strange, but it sounds even more strange now. The slurs are a little she's slurring a little more now than she usually does, in my opinion. Although I also haven't heard her speak in a while, so this is all speculation.
Well, thank you, Ambassador Waltz, for this invitation. It is an honor to stand on this stage with you and the other distinguished speakers here
and
today.
Remember, the thing is, this is respectable and everything. She is coming from a place of wanting to help people. That's not the problem. The problem is it's not necessarily a Christian persecution. It's a Christian and a Muslim persecution at the very least. So that's the contention here. But I am a little curious. I want to keep watching just a little bit.
Shine a spotlight on the deadly threat faced by thousands of Christians in Nigeria.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I lost that shit. Here we go. Here she is thanking Trump.
Amazing UN barbs. We're now in your United Nations barbs. Yeah.
In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned. Families have been torn apart, and entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray. I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage.
So you ask yourself, do you believe that there's a Christian persecution happening? Especially if Trump is pushing it? I don't know. It's just a little... I'm curious what... if I can find any other sources real quick. Is there evidence of a Christian persecution in where is it? Nigeria? Yes, there's extensive evidence of violence and targeted attacks against Christian communities in Nigeria, particularly in the northern and middle belt regions. The situation is complex, with various groups of international observers, high death toll, human rights organizations, and Christian advocacy groups such as Open Doors and Global Christian Relief report staggering casualty figures, with some claiming that more Christians are killed for their faith in Nigeria than anywhere else in the world. One report cited over 50,000 Christians killed between 2009 and 2023. targeted attacks. Militant groups including Boko Haram, the Islamic State West Africa Province, and radicalized Fulani herders explicitly target Christian individuals, communities, churches, and clergy. So, it's not very clear cut. So, we need advocates on all sides, to be honest. So, I'm not too mad at Nicki Minaj, being interested in this issue specifically. But she's taking it all the way, isn't she? She's taking it all the way, regardless of how her fan base feels. Nicki Minaj does not give a damn, okay? If we've learned one thing at this segment, it's that Nicki will do whatever the fuck Nicki Minaj wants to do. But here we go in the comments, of course, on Reddit. We have to always take a peek at the comments. That's the girl who defends sexual abusers, right? Is the top comment. Can she maybe fuck off and go away? Someone else said her husband is a pedo. That's not true. That's not true. Her brother is a pedo, convicted of continuously raping an 11-year-old. Her husband is, quote, only a violent rapist. Raped a 16-year-old at knife point, but he was also 16 at the time. And those are, widely reported on at this point. This is the 25th headline she's been in this week. Being an outspoken maggot has done wonders for her irrelevance. She's going full Kanye. Yeah, I mean, next year she'll be on hating Jews kick, maybe. I could see that. Arc. Anti-Semitism arc. I hear she has a history of associating with pedophiles, so here we go. No wonder she supports maggots. Trump must feel like family to her dumbass. Husband, Kenneth Petty, is a registered sex offender. He was convicted in 1995 of attempted rape in the first degree, for which he served a 4-year prison sentence in New York. And her brother, Jelani Mirage, who she doesn't have any control over who her brother is, but certainly over who her husband is. But just for context, in November 2017, her brother was found guilty of predatory sexual assault and endangering the welfare of a child in a case involving his 11-year-old stepdaughter. I won't go any further. So, of course, comment section is ripping her to shreds. I would expect nothing less from Reddit. Sorry about that. I had to eat something. I just dipped. I was getting really hungry. I was like, man, I just gotta go. I had to go. But now I'm back. And now here we are, ready. I'm more energized, and we're ready to go. We have a continuation of the Danny Brown and JPEGMAFIA feud. Question mark? It's not a real feud. It's a feud question mark, because I'm still unsure. But we have a little more clarity now on the situation from Danny Brown's mouth himself. So Danny Brown said he doesn't have beef with Peggy on his podcast, The Danny Brown Show, which is a fantastic podcast. I highly recommend you go listen to it.
I'm ready.
Good morning. We're here. What is?
So around the 8-minute mark, supposedly, let's see what we can find here. Around the 8-minute mark, he talks about it. Danny conspiracy theories, Danny movie recs. And okay, so it must just be a mention in passing. Let's see if we can find it.
This nigga Ernest used to always had like mad movie. Ernest goes to camp.
I need to get. By the way, one of my first ideas for this YouTube channel originally was to get a conspiracy theories, Danny movie recs, was to get a green screen, and I do. I do have a green screen. Before I started the channel, I bought this because I knew I was going to start doing YouTube. And so I was at Walmart. I was like, bro, I got to get this because I'm going to start doing YouTube. And then I started YouTube, but I never used this because it's just a piece of fabric and I need it like stretched out. I need to get like a rolling wall. Or, I don't know. I could use it somehow. That's some 2026 shit. We're going to get on the green screen vibe so I can do more fun things. That's some 2026 shit. You know, you got to grow into the green screen. But Danny Brown's killing it with his green screen set.
to prison. Ernest goes to Boy Scouts.
Man,
all type of shit. I'm like, what the fuck happened to this nigga Ernest? Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, I forgot that dude. He looked like the Dirty Jobs
I've
dude.
never heard of
Ernest
this.
Goes to Jail might have been the funniest one though.
I never heard of it.
I gotta tap in where Ernest Goes to Jail.
We're
That's a new
searching for
TV
his
when I gotta
comments on
pull back
I
JPEG
up.
watched that one
Mafia.
recently. That one's hella
See what
funny.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tanner be cultured, man.
Yeah. They kept calling me. We watched it at the comedy club. They kept calling me Ernest, bro. After
Oh
the movie.
shit.
Shout out
I
Danny
think Ernest
Brown.
did have mad pedophile vibes though.
Oh wait, I'll tell you that.
This is just a free
I
plug.
do not
for
look like
Danny.
I'm like, what's up, Vern?
gonna fold
Who
this
was
shit
Vern
later.
though?
God
We
damn.
never saw Vern. That was his that was the nigga
Okay.
in the white van that helped you.
Hold up. I have a more efficient way to find this. I gotta hear it from Danny Brown's mouth that him and JPEG are not beefing. Okay.
Morning, Pete.
I can do the transcription, show transcripts, and then I can search the transcript. How about that? Let's show that transcript. No results found for the transcript. It's not gonna let me do it. Let's see here now. Really? No results found? Really? Okay. Well, regardless. Not sure why everybody... Wait. Let's see here. Looking for it. We're going to just keep listening to Danny.
Vern with the white van for sure. Passing out candy at playgrounds. All right, we're going to hop into some of these ex-Dannies. You can always hit me up at Dan. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? I seen, because you know I ain't on the internet. You know I ain't on the motherfucking internet, but shouts out to my boy Jesse. Jesse hit me up and he like, oh, man, what's going on with you and Peggy? Are you and Peggy beefing? And I'm like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? Unc ain't got no internet. So he was like, man, I think y'all unfollowed each other on Instagram or something like that. I'm like, nah, I don't know nothing that y'all talking about or whatever the fuck. So but I did go and see. So I did start to see and he was just like, I don't know, but he was weird. But I want to say, if it ever was, Peggy is my brother for life. He helped me at a very hard time in my life, and made me fall back in love with music. And there are a lot of shit, man. So I would never, do anything ill-fated with Peggy, or anything like that. Like I would never even. That's like my brother forever, no matter what. I do know last time we saw each other, we were talking about doing Scaring the Hoes too, and then he was like, I was like, man, I was in the middle of buying my house and shit. I was like, let me close on this house and shit, and then we can, I'm gonna set the shit up in the crib. You can pull up whenever. And then last time he was in Texas, he hit me up. I think I hit him up, and then he's supposed to pull up, but then we just never put. But motherfuckers be busy, man. And for one person like Peggy, I will say, man, he been on tour or just on the road in general. I want to say like the last 3 to 4 fucking years.
Jesus.
So motherfuckers be busy, and on top of that.
Okay. So I have a couple of thoughts here. I'm curious. So recently, my strategizing here, all of my videos I've been posting on the subreddit of whoever the artist the video is about. Sometimes they hate me, sometimes they love me. I posted my video on both the Danny Brown subreddit and on the JPEGMAFIA subreddit, and they were within like at least the top 5 posts of the day that I posted it on those each given subreddit. Okay, the Danny Brown subreddit downvoted me. The JPEGMAFIA subreddit upvoted me on my videos. I'm curious. I don't know if the timelines match up, but my brain is going like, did they see my video and that's how Danny caught wind of it? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not, but that's where my mind goes. That's the plan here at QDR. We're trying to spread the influence here. Not even the influence, but just the name, right? Trying to catch the attention of all of these fan bases that I talk about. What some fan bases are gonna love me, some fan bases are gonna hate me, but I'm gonna talk about them all, or the artists I like at least, and we'll just, that's how we're gonna grow. That's how we're gonna spread our influence.
When you doing,
but shout out Danny Brown. It's all love between Danny Brown and JPEGMAFIA. They're just having they're just feeding the streets, as the kids say, with a little, internet snarkiness, public snaps at each other just to get people talking. You know, they're doing some promotion type shit. They know it. They probably didn't even talk about it, and it's just like an unspoken thing. At least JPEG knows what he's doing. He even called Danny Brown out, saying, "Bro, stop promoting your shit to teenagers. Stop promoting your shit to teenagers with lame ass rumors on the internet." He said something like that. JPEG did to Danny online, public tweets, and JPEG knew what he was doing in that moment too, calling out a marketing scheme of somebody else while that tweet in and of itself is your marketing scheme. Genius.
And touring that much. Once you home, man, last thing you trying to do is anything else but fucking try to be comfortable. Because when you just on the road and you just working that much, you just always uncomfortable. So you're irritable. So a lot of times, you know, if you know, Peggy might come off I don't know, upset about some shit. That motherfucker works hard. He need to, you know, he just got to take his break and get a rest, and then he'll be back. For real, that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? My nigga works. He just did the fucking Linkin Park tour. Like, I'm pretty sure that shit was hard. You know what I'm saying? So, that's my brother. I love Peggy. It would never be anything like that. I'm ready to make Scaring the Hoes too whenever he is. All right.
Good shit.
We're hopping some of these Ask Danny's.
That's all we need to know. That's all we need to know. Damn, these episodes are getting short though. 36 minutes for a Danny Brown episode. That's a little short, if you ask me. We go for hours out here at QDR. Maybe that's just me. I don't know, but we go for hours out here. Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, I mean, it totally makes sense that JPEG is stressed, and that might be part of the reason why he's lashing out and going crazy on Instagram, or I mean on Twitter or whatever. You know, he was doing this stuff last year too, when he was beefing with Freddie Gibbs, just loud mouthing on Twitter. And it's ironic because that's who JPEGMAFIA makes fun of or pokes fun at in his music a lot, like people whining on Twitter, but like, bro, that's literally you. So Danny Brown is like the chillest guy ever. You can tell he's grown a lot, even within, you know, I don't watch his show too much these days, but I used to. Like when he first started it, like the first year that the Danny Brown show started, I would watch that shit a lot. Nowadays, I'm not working delivery jobs, so I don't have as much time to watch as many podcasts as I'd like, but I'm glad he's still doing it. I'm glad he's still doing it. That's for fucking sure. So Danny Brown opened up about that. Oh yeah, some more like touching shit, kinda. Heartfelt update from Childish Gambino at Can't Flog Not. He reveals that he had a stroke, and doctors discovered a hole in his heart while he was on tour, and that's why the tour was canceled last year. How crazy is that, man? Like I knew, like, if an artist cancels a tour abruptly, like, disappointing, of course, even though I didn't buy tickets to this Childish tour, but, you know, you don't want to see an artist, even if you didn't buy tickets, you don't want to see an artist disappoint their fan base like that. But turns out he had a good reason. And I want to play this clip because he talked about it on stage, but this is an Amazon Music clip. So let me play it without sound for a second, see if we can. So it seems like this whole 2 minutes he's talking.
I went to the hospital and the doctor was like, "You had a stroke."
Damn. He seems so comfortable on stage.
And the first thing I thought was like, oh, like,
dude, his voice hasn't changed at all in the last 10 years. It sounds like he's speaking on a Kawhi interlude or something.
here I am still copying Jamie Foxx. That's really like the second thing. The first, I always promise Ireland I'm gonna be there. And and I had to have another surgery. So, you know, they say every...
The way he talks is so smooth. All right, so, you know, I can't watch too much of that because Amazon Music owns it, but you get the idea. He had a stroke, and he has a hole in his heart? I don't know what that means. How do you have a hole just like kind of like a canker sore in your heart? Let's see what I can find. Childish Gambino, hole in heart. Like, do we have more details? Donald Glover's stroke highlights a troubling trend for young people. Donald Glover, 42-year-old musician and actor, revealed recently that he had a stroke while on tour last year. Though strokes are rare in younger adults, Glover is among a growing number who are suffering from them. Probably all the like McDonald's and stuff like that. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said in 2024 the prevalence of strokes had increased by almost 15% among people aged 18 to 44 over the past decade or so. We are definitely seeing more young people coming in with strokes, says Dr. Joshua Wiley, a stroke neurologist at New York Presbyterian Columbia University Irving Medical Center, who didn't treat Glover. But they often come delayed to the hospital because the last thing on their minds is that they're having a stroke. Here's what to know about Glover's health incident and the rising risk of stroke in younger people. What happened to Donald Glover? Glover, whose stage name is Childish Gambino, shared details about the stroke he suffered during a November 22 performance at Camp Flog Gnaw. The 5-time Grammy winner told the crowd that he had experienced a really bad pain in my head while on tour last year but had performed a show in New Orleans anyway. Glover said he couldn't really see well, and so when he got to the next stop on the tour, he went to get evaluated at a hospital. The doctor was like, "You had a stroke," and said Glover, according to the videos posted on social media. Wow. The first thing I thought was like, oh, here I am copying Jamie Foxx. We heard him say that just now, referring to the stroke that Jamie Foxx had a stroke. I didn't really know about that in 2023. And he was only 55. Like 11 years older than Gambino. He also told fans that doctors found a hole in his heart and that he had undergone 2 surgeries. He couldn't provide further medical details. Oh, he didn't provide further medical details. Wiley, the New York Presbyterian neurologist, said that one known cause of stroke in younger people is a heart defect known as a patent foramen ovale, which is a small hole between the 2 upper chambers of the heart. This hole usually closes soon after birth, but in about 1 in 4 people it can remain open. PFOs don't usually cause complications, but can contribute to strokes and low blood oxygen in some people. Okay, so that's how they found the hole in the heart, because it was related to the stroke. Some people may require surgery to seal the hole. So did he get heart surgery? He probably did, which would also explain why his movie might have been put on pause, which I had made videos about, or at least, made one video about, like, is the movie real or not? It seemed like just him promoting his album with like a real looking trailer and blah, 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 blah. You can go look it up. But maybe the movie is real and he just had to put it all on pause because of the hole in his heart. What is a stroke? A stroke is a medical emergency that occurs when a blood vessel that carries oxygen and nutrients to the brain is either blocked or bursts. When the flow of blood to the brain is disrupted, brain cells start to die within minutes. What causes strokes and why are more young people having them? We are having quite the educational stream tonight. Politics and medicine. Stroke is the 5th leading cause of death in the U.S. and more adults of all ages are suffering from them. Scary. The CDC said in its 2024 report, which compared data from 2 time periods, 2011 to 2013 and 2020 to 2022, that stroke prevalence had risen nationally by almost 8%, but among people aged 18 to 42, But among people aged 18 to 44, the prevalence of stroke increased by almost 15%, and and among people aged 45 to 64, it increased by nearly 16%. Having a stroke young is still relatively rare, affecting only about 1% of people aged 18 to 44 in 2020 to 2022. So still scary, but only 1% of people in that age range have a stroke, but the prevalence has increased. So it used to be less than 1%, and now it's about 1%. The greatest risk factor for any type of stroke is hypertension, also known as high blood pressure. So, watch your blood pressure, I guess. Other risk factors include diet, physical inactivity, tobacco use, and the use of stimulants like cocaine and amphetamines. So yeah, I definitely got to start running on the treadmill or something. Obesity, diabetes, and high cholesterol are other important risk factors, according to the CDC. And then there's more medical stuff but we get the idea. So that's probably Donald Glover had a hole in his heart that caused a stroke. And that's why he canceled the tour, and that might be why he has had to push back at the movie, and hopefully we get the movie eventually. But I'm just glad that he's alive, and he's back performing on stage, so that's cool. And shout out Gambino. And look at this. Got Gambino right there on my wall. And this one actually on the door is Awaken My Love. You just can't see it because it's so dark. So shout out. We love Gambino. Glad he's still here. I just got kind of like the heebie-jeebies from reading all that stroke information, to be honest. Because that's my age range. Like, I'm right in the middle of that. 18 to 44. Sketchy. Okay. Paramount Pictures has officially pulled Kendrick Lamar and Dave Free's mysterious live-action comedy with South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone off its release calendar, removing it from the previously set March 20th, 2026 release date, which, for your information, is 6 years after it was originally announced. They announced this movie in 2020, and I know because I was super psyched when they did announce it, because South Park and pgLang collaboration on a feature film comedy live action dude, honestly, take as much time as you need, but now it's pulled from the release calendar from goddamn Paramount, who has been just like really shitty all year because they just are bowing to the Trump administration. So, but at the same time, they're also the ones releasing the South Park. So which Trey Parker and Matt Stone kind of bamboozled Paramount Pictures, got them to sign this sweet deal, and then turn around and completely shat on them. It's honestly great what they're doing with South Park this season. But Paramount has pulled this movie. Maybe this is retaliation. Honestly, this might be some sort of retaliation against Trey Parker and Matt Stone for going so hard on the Trump administration, which Paramount is sucking the cock of right now. It's but I don't know. That's just me speculating. But the delay marks the project's second major schedule shift, and this time the studio isn't offering a new date at all. Dude, if we don't get this movie, I'm gonna be furious. I will never let it go. Park County and pgLang acknowledged the movie in a joint statement saying, "It's true, we're moving again. We're working hard at finishing the movie." So at least they've given a statement, and they haven't given up on it. They just have to find a new distributor, and they have to finish it. And right now, that has all been halted, which is super shitty. We should have gotten this movie years ago at this point. And the top comment here, Paramount is under new leadership. Tyler Sheridan just pulled his content and left. Sounds like the new leadership is changing up the message shared in their content. We know what that means, which is what I was trying to hint at earlier. David Ellison, the owner of Paramount Skydance, is likely behind this. So yeah, screw David Ellison. And also, Paramount is trying to buy Warner Brothers, I believe. And if that happens, that's going to fuck up the whole DC universe, but that's besides the point. Shout out James Gunn. Okay, moving on. I just had to mention that. There's not much more to it than that, but I just had to mention it. Rick Ross puts Instagram model on blast after she leaked his thirsty DMs. All right, so this was juicy. Her name is Nardos Mesfin. The model Rick Ross DM'd. She tried to claim that he started hitting her up first. However, the rapper has receipts of his own. So I'm just interested in whatever. I want to know what the DMs were that he sent. I gotta know. So I'm just gonna read the article to figure it out. An Instagram model claims Rick Ross is one of many of. Wait, okay. She claims that Rick Ross is one of many of, quote, your favorite celebs that's sliding into her DMs. And she has proof of the rapper's thirsty messages. However, the MMG head honcho is calling cap. Yeah. We're reading from Hot New Hip Hop here. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. So I guess they were going at it online. She goes, I got so many DMs from so many of your faves, but I'm sharing this because I know he would get the joke. But in all seriousness, attention doesn't equal currency. Okay. Hold on. Where's the DMs? What did he say? I gotta know. I'm researching. We're investigating. We're looking into it. It's loading. He said, I think she's just showing, it says Rick Ross drags IG influencer for posting their DMs. Says she's not his type, calls her a goofy. Oh, so Rick Ross, unprompted, DM'd her saying, you are mine. And then she screenshotted it and posted it to her stories with a caption saying, I got so many DMs from so many of your favorites, but I'm sharing this because I know he would get the joke. Turns out Rick Ross did not get the joke. And she goes, but in all seriousness, attention doesn't equal currency. They don't want you. Women always come up to me and be like, guess who is in my DMs? Like, they're so flattered. Like, okay, I don't even follow them. They follow me. And then he retweets that, or he reposts that on his story saying, this hoe is going to cap heaven. So he just, with no evidence to back it up, he just says that she's lying, with some smiley faces, and that's, that's that. He just kind of wipes his hands with it. But while there seemingly is reason to believe Nardos outright, Ross is telling everyone that she's a big fat liar. The article says, he proceeds to show that Nardos has supposedly been mentioning him in her story since at least 2022. Okay, so he does go on to post receipts of her tagging him in stories. But I don't know what those stories are. It's seemingly still going on as there's a video post that Ross was tagged in around 5 a.m. yesterday. Some folks online also called her out, particularly for rushing to flex that she gets attention from high-profile names. However, she stood her ground, essentially doubling down on her PSA above. I'm thirsty, but he is in my DMs. Wait, so she was tagging him just as like a public figure. So I guess that's what gave him the confidence to be like, you're mine. Big mistake, I guess. She really threw him under the bus, though, to be honest. Women get called names, but not the man who is saying I'm his and basically putting ownership on me. Yeah, it is weird. It's very strange. Nardos then signs off while dissing Ross in the process. He is a community dick, and anyone who thinks this is a flex is a bird. I got bigger names in my DMs. Some of you are slow. It's painful. So she's making fun of him because, yeah, that is weird. He said, you are mine. Just a cold DM. Because she tagged him in some posts because he's a public figure. Like I tag people I tag rappers all the time in my posts. That'd be wild if one of them DM'd me, you're mine. I'd be pretty freaked out. Elsewhere, Rick Ross recently put up his Southwest Ranch's luxury pad in Florida. He put it up for sale. It's been on the market since early October. The 14,000-foot square home is selling for $6.5 million. So, Jesus Christ. Go look that up if you're interested. Wait, we can see it actually. Southwest Ranch's luxury pad in Florida. Do we have pictures? If there's no pictures, I don't care. Okay, I'm out. It's kind of interesting, though. A little peek into Rick Ross's psyche. He thinks that random IG models are his. I don't know. It creeped her out, that's for sure. Creeped her out. Okay. On to another kind of creepy person. The Game. The Game, who has a new mixtape coming out. It just announced today. It's coming out this coming Friday. It's a Gangsta Girls mixtape coming out streaming. But I guess to promote it in a way, he's hanging out with Neon and he's calling out Adin Ross. All right. So The Game is out here mixing it up with the kick streamers. You know, definitely bottom of the barrel type shit. Beyond The Game's admission to Neon, he told Adin Ross that he needs to check in if he's ever in LA for his Kendrick Lamar disses. So The Game is, you know, he's got Kendrick's back. Surely Kendrick doesn't even need it, but The Game is literally like kind of in a way threatening Adin Ross's safety over Kendrick Lamar. It's kind of funny. Because Kendrick's probably like, bro, I you don't gotta do all that, Game. Game's like, nah, bro, I got you back, bro. You know how he is. It totally fits his character, to be honest. But The Game and Neon linked up for a fun birthday live stream for the artist on the 29th of November. And according to Complex, they had a great time. It's been times that we've been doing this and I forget that the lights is still on, the former told the latter. What? Man, they really had a blast, huh? A birthday party. How fun. I wonder if they had little, like, pointy birthday hats and gift bags and stuff. Or was it at, like, Dave & Buster's, maybe? The former told... Oh, wait. The Compton rapper also admitted to sliding in the streamer's girlfriend Sam Frank's DMs a while back and indirectly warned Adin Ross about coming back to L.A. due to his criticisms of Kendrick Lamar. So, you know... That's a sentence that has never, ever been said before. For sure. Definitely, like, a unique sentence. As for the first narrative, Neon was talking to the West Coast MC about looking for another partner after he and Frank broke up. Then the crack music lyricist admitted that he slid in Frank's DMs at one point and had to remind the streamer that he apparently checked him for it. Okay, so honestly don't care about any of that. I think I accidentally slid in your girl's DMs once. You don't remember that? He remarked, as caught by Live Bites on Instagram. Do we have the clip? If we have the clip, I'll watch it. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay, good. This is going to help, actually. This is helpful. Because I have no idea what's going on.
I'm out of it. I'm about to spit some fucking game.
Yeah. I think I accidentally slid in your girl's DMs once. You don't remember that?
Are you dead ass?
Dude, Neon is... He's such a dork. He's such a fucking dork.
My Instagram and like pull up our DMs. So,
dude,
I think you checked me. And I was like, did I just get checked by a nerd?
Hey.
Dude, he called it too, for real. Game really clocked it here. Neon, if he's not I don't think, to be honest, he's less of a nerd, more of a dork, but nerd is close enough.
I stood down, though. I let you have it. Because I was...
Game said I let you have it.
In violation, you know?
Why you do that?
I don't know.
Man, what the fuck?
I got a problem.
Sure you do.
If you're ever in LA, come to Roku Show, man.
Stop it. You just leaked the low. You leaked the location.
Shit.
Game's not a streamer. He's not thinking like Neon is. You can't leak the location though, Game. He doesn't give a shit. Neon's like, his life is flashing before his eyes.
Well, why?
This is my first time, bro.
Fuck.
He's like, we gotta get out of here.
Yo, bro.
You ever in LA, man? Come to Chick-fil-A, man.
That's actually pretty funny. That's pretty funny. He leaked the location. I'm sure they were fine. What else we got? Okay, so they actually did end up posting it. As for the Adin Ross situation, it happened when Neon asked Jayceon Tyler if he was cool with Adin, As the Kick streamer wanted to come back to LA to do some content, he said that he does mess with Adin, but he had a big condition to share. Adin's got to check in first, the Game expressed. He seems like he's coming out here and he's thinking he's gonna do what he wants to do, but this is LA. Bro, Game, he genuinely thinks that he's like the king of the city, or he's like the safeguard of the city. And maybe he is, like, what do I know? But I have a strong impression that he's not actually, and he's just kind of one of those guys that thinks he has more power than he does, and people just let him think that, and he's kind of harmless, but they just let him talk his shit, and you know what I mean. But of course, at least in one clip caught by No Jumper, there's no direct mention of Kendrick Lamar, but the context is hard to ignore. So do we have that one? It's hard to understand what's going on just by reading it, to be honest. Here we go.
Adin, speaking of Adin, you fuck with Adin, right?
Yeah.
He's coming to LA.
You fuck with Adin, right? right?
And
Dude, Neon, again, just the way his shoulders land, he stands like a dork.
I think 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He's doing the whole LA run. He hasn't been here back in a minute.
All right, well, so Adin got to check in first. You know?
That's my brother.
Yeah. So he said a whole LA run, so it seemed like he coming out here and he thinking he gonna do what he want to do. But this is LA.
Well, yeah, bro, it's a free country. You can do whatever you want to do. Oh, Game. No one's checking in with you, Game. It's true. No one's checking in with Game. And he seems really agitated by it too. Why nobody checking in with me, bro? Not even Adin's gonna check with him. Okay. There's more Game information though. We're not done with Game. We're done with that for sure. But in preparation for this new mixtape that I mentioned, it's a Gangsta Grillz mixtape. Comes out this Friday. But apparently, according to Game himself, Kanye is a feature on it. And this will be the first Kanye feature that we've heard since the springtime, I guess. Which, to be honest, I didn't even hear any of the ones that he dropped in the springtime. But Game is set to reunite with Kanye on his first ever Gangsta Grillz mixtape with DJ Drama. The Compton rapper made the announcement during an interview with Real 92.3 LA's The Cruise Show, revealing that he and Ye will release a sequel to their classic late registration collab, Crack Music. So they're doing Crack Music 2. Interesting, actually. It's called Crack Music 2. With the original song, Ye called me to the studio and I rolled up. He wanted me to do a verse and get on the hook, but I had some fine shit in the car, so I was like, that's that crack music. And okay, so he just did that. He just did that one line because he had a girl in the car waiting. And but the fans was always like, man, you should have put a verse on Crack Music, so we redid it. The Game's Gangsta Grillz debut is, so maybe it's the same beat with just a new Game verse on it. That honestly kind of sounds like what it is. The Game's Gangsta Grillz debut is titled, so I think they just took the original beat, probably the hook again, and the Game did a full verse to it, which is a little less juicy than if it's a new Kanye verse that was recorded recently and they met up in the studio and all of that. Oh yeah, and it's entirely produced by Mike and Keys, which is the LA production duo who worked closely with Nipsey Hussle. It's gonna be good, man. He told J. Cruz, it's my first girls. Always talked about it over the years. We recorded it in 2 days. 19 songs from scratch. So you take that for what you will. I mean, do you believe it? I believe it, I guess. It's probably gonna be really shitty. So yeah, sure, I believe it. In addition to Kanye, the mixtape will feature fellow left coast lyricist Mozzie and R&B crooner Jeremiah. The Game said in the same interview that the project would drop last Friday, but he has yet to announce an updated release date. But today, I believe it was confirmed by Game himself that is coming this Friday. Every movie needs a trailer is the title, and it will serve as a precursor to the Game's long-awaited album, The Documentary 3, which was supposed to drop this year to coincide with the 20th anniversary of the series, but will now arrive in early 2026. That's my first time hearing about that. So, kind of cool. We come on top of the year, January, February, something like that, he told J. Cruz. I was going to stop with the documentary too, but my grandma always told me in life, you got 3 acts. In the Bible, it says you live 3 scores and a 10. A score is 20, and a 10 equals 70. So, okay, so he's doing some numerology, some biblical numerology with the album. So, you know it's going to be good. The game albums and my legacy is like, I'm in my 3rd act. My priorities and the things that I love and care about are shifting. I care less about material things. Yeah, I have nice things, but I don't put my energy into those things. Good for you. So with this album, I wanted to do a trilogy just to service my grandmother's memory and the things she taught me. So I like a good trilogy, you know, and those are good albums. You know, those are probably his 2 best albums. That one, and I do like the, what is it, like Jesus. What's the album with Kanye on it, like 2010? Regardless, he's got a few good albums, but you know, the documentary 1 and 2 are definitely the highlights. Yeah, I think it's just called Jesus Piece, right? Jesus, I was like, Jesus something, Jesus what? It's Jesus something, right? Yeah, it's Jesus Piece by Game. I like that album. Came out in 2012. Okay, anyways, moving on. 50 Cent reveals title and release date of Diddy Netflix documentary. So if you thought 50 Cent was joking about making a Diddy documentary, you were mistaken. He announced it like earlier in 2025 or maybe in 2024, said that he was going to do this. It's real. It's real, and it's a Netflix documentary, so it's going to get quite a bit of attention. He's revealed the release date. It's titled Sean Combs' The Reckoning. After more than a year of teasing the project, which many initially thought was a joke, given Fifth's petty rivalry with Puff, the G-Unit boss announced on Tuesday that the docuseries will premiere on Netflix on December 2nd. That's tomorrow, folks. Tomorrow. So it's done and it's coming now. Alongside an official poster for the series, he addressed his skeptics by writing on Instagram, "They said I was capping. What happened?" Executive produced by 50 Cent and directed by Emmy Award winner Alexandria Stapleton, Sean Combs' The Reckoning is described by Netflix as a staggering examination of the media mogul, music legend, and convicted offender. So this is, you know, you thought the Kendrick and the Drake beef was petty and vicious. You don't know nothing until you've heard about the 50 Cent and Diddy beef. Coming to a head here with a full-on fucking Netflix documentary produced by one side of this beef. This is incredible, and it's got 50 Cent's name plastered over the fucking top of it. From executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, Sean Combs' The Reckoning. Like, my lord, this is a reckoning. The title and all, like, it's a reckoning of the beef, which predates the trial and the criminal accusations. The 4-part docuseries chronicles Diddy's rise to stardom as a hip-hop mogul, as well as the disturbing allegations made against him over the last 2 years, and the criminal trial that led to him being sentenced to 4 years in prison. This isn't just about the story of Sean Combs or the story of Cassie or the story of any of the victims or the allegations against him or the trial, Stapleton said in a press release. Ultimately, this story is a mirror reflecting us as the public and what we are saying when we put our celebrities on such a high pedestal. I hope this documentary is a wake-up call for how we idolize people and to understand that everybody is a human being. 50 added, "I've been committed to real storytelling for years through G-Unit film and television. I'm grateful to everyone who came forward and trusted us with their stories, and proud to have Alexandria Stapleton as the director on the project to bring this important story to the screen." Dude, the pettiness just seething from this dude. The you can just feel it. You know, this is such a professional, thought out statement from 50 Cent. So professional. And it's just oozing with irony and smirkiness. It's hilarious. I'm 100% on 50's side here. It's just so funny. To see how this beef, you know, specifically from the lens of the beef between them, how things have ended up here. And 50 gloating, like, this is his time. Like, Diddy's not going to be in jail for too long, so the fact that 50 acted on it so quickly is beautiful. And the timing of it, where he just got put in jail, and recently, like last week, there was in-jail photos and videos released of Diddy. Like, his fellow inmates are selling, contraband cell phone footage of Diddy inside of jail to TMZ. So it's still in the news. It's still relevant. And here 50 Cent is dropping a full-on Netflix documentary to capitalize on the drama. And it's a sad story. It's not just drama, it's crimes. The eagerly anticipated docuseries promises explosive, never-before-seen materials, including exclusive interviews with those formerly in Combs' orbit. Coming, I don't know if things drop at midnight on Netflix. Maybe it varies, but if new content drops at midnight, this should be coming out on Netflix like now or within the hour. But at the very least tomorrow, when you wake up in the morning or something. Okay. Let's see here. We got more. Oh yeah, Sean Diddy Combs had a camera follow him. 50 Cent has the footage. I saw this headline right before I went live. New York Times. Oh, dude, it's a fucking. Hold on. I gotta know what's going on here. 1 second. I think I'm gonna create a free account or log in, gain access to limited free articles. Let me create a free account real quick. Give me a second here. Because this is worth it. The New York Times is making me do this, but this is a hot, fresh article from New York Times about exactly what I'm talking about now. Yeah, so Sean Diddy Combs and 50 Cent. Honestly, what 50 Cent has done here, which I'm very excited. I'm going to be watching this documentary like ASAP Rocky as soon as possible. It takes a beef to levels kind of unforeseen. You know, obviously Kendrick Lamar was at the Super Bowl this year with his beef, which is quite impressive. But a Netflix documentary, that's pretty good too. That's pretty good too. Pretty freaking good. Can I explore the Times? Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Okay, so this was posted. When was this posted? December. Yeah, so at some point, like today, at December 1st, Sean Combs demands Netflix drop 50 Cent series, citing new footage. So I guess we can't get too excited because Sean Combs from prison is demanding that Netflix doesn't drop this documentary. The mogul's lawyers told the streaming service to withdraw a documentary because it was produced by his rival and uses footage they say is, quote, illicitly acquired. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how. I've never really watched a documentary that was made or produced by somebody so biased. But, like, you got to be aware of the bias going into it. So I feel like as long as they're upfront about that, it's okay. But it doesn't seem like they are going to be upfront about that. As Sean Combs awaited his expected arrest on sex trafficking charges in September of 2024, he asked a videographer to capture what would ultimately become his last days of freedom for some time. While staying at the Park Hyatt Hotel in Manhattan, Mr. Combs was filmed visiting a restaurant in Harlem and talking strategy with his lawyers as his troubles multiplied and the shadow of the impending federal case grew closer. Now, in a stunning twist, that footage arranged by Mr. Combs has ended up in the hands of a documentary team run by his longtime rival, 50 Cent. Good Morning America reported on Monday that it will be included in a 4-part series released by Netflix on Tuesday that is slated to detail grievances and abuse allegations against Mr. Combs across decades. Dude, I want it. Hopefully they know how he got the the footage, but maybe they don't. 50 Cent, like Mr. Combs, a New York rapper turned branding mogul, has seized numerous opportunities to comment on and often mock Mr. Combs' legal crisis over the past 2 years, as Mr. Combs has faced a federal prosecution and more than 50 civil lawsuits accusing him of sexual abuse. But the release of the series called Sean Combs: The Reckoning marks an escalation in what was once a low-stakes beef between two hip-hop luminaries. 50 is known for going especially hard in his beefs. And ironically, he had a beef with Rick Ross, who we just fucking talked about. So it's funny how all of these topics are kind of colliding today. Mr. Combs has denied sexually assaulting anyone. In a cease and desist letter sent on Monday, lawyers for Mr. Combs demanded that Netflix withdraw the series, contending the footage had been illicitly provided to the streaming service in violation of contractual agreements. The letter asserted that running the footage would be a copyright violation and that it likely contained, quote, privileged communications between Mr. Combs and his legal counsel. Well, they should be able to review it. Like, maybe delay the release, but why do we have to cancel it right off? Like, we need to have a third party review it and do like a proper investigation here. Judah Engelmayer, a spokesman for Mr. Combs, said the footage was never authorized for release and included, quote, private moments, pre-indictment material from an unfinished project, and conversations involving legal strategy that were not intended for public viewing. Mr. Engelmayer said that Mr. Combs has been working on his own documentary before his arrest and had been in discussions with Netflix over it, but the project stalled over how much creative control the mogul would have. Yeah, that ain't never getting made at this point. In a statement sent by Netflix reps Alexandria Stapleton, the director of the series, said, yeah, if Netflix working with Diddy at this point is akin to Netflix working with Bill Cosby on a project, like some sort of collaboration kind of creative project or documentary or whatever it is, there's no way they would do it. So the director of the series said the filmmakers obtained the footage legally and have the, quote, necessary rights to it. She said they intended to keep the videographer's identity confidential. That's good, I guess. 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, appeared with Stapleton, the director of the series, on Good Morning America, where they discussed their goals for the project and the surprise that Mr. Combs had filmed himself during those days. In the broadcast interview, they did not address how they ended up with Mr. Combs' footage. Quote, listen to me, Mr. Combs is saying into a cell phone in a hotel room. The quote continues, I'm going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution, he adds. Y'all are not working together in the right way. We're losing. It's like, bro, your crimes are so bad. In another scene, Mr. Combs shakes hands with a fan and is then seen in a car announcing that he needs, quote, some hand sanitizer and a bath because he's been in the streets amongst the people. Ugh. So he hates the people. He hates poor people. Sounding a lot like Trump, to be honest. Yeah, asked on Good Morning America if his involvement in the series stemmed from the pair's long-standing tension, Mr. Jackson said, it's not personal. He suggested he had a loftier intention. If I didn't say anything, Mr. Jackson said, the world might have thought hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So 50 is taking a non-biased stance. Interesting. Like, you might as well be upfront about it if you ask me, but whatever. He has a different approach than I do. I would. Any public displays of the rivalry has largely been one-sided. Mr. Jackson teased Mr. Combs for years, releasing a diss track in 2006, needling him about his music and his liquor brand, and poking fun of him in interviews. Years ago, Mr. Combs dismissed that there was any real animosity between the two, but that was before Mr. Jackson became one of the most vocal commentators on his downfall. You know, he didn't... Oh, man. Just the quickness at which he hopped on it. But the crimes are awful. The accusations are awful, and, you know, I believe most of them. Definitely believe most of them. The statement from Mr. Combs' spokesman called it, quote, troubling that Netflix had handed creative authority over the series to Mr. Jackson, describing him as a, quote, longtime public adversary. It is true, though. I mean, the denial is funny. And at this point, like, harmless to everybody except for Diddy, of course. But, I mean, does anybody care? I don't think anybody cares. Mr. Combs, known as Puff Daddy or Diddy, well, I mean, Diddy's lawyers care, that's for sure, and Diddy cares. But outside of that, not many. Maybe Trump will care at some point. Give Diddy a pardon. It's probably on the table in Trump's world, but Diddy was ultimately convicted at trial of prostitution-related offenses, but acquitted of sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy charges that could have put him in prison for life. He was sentenced to more than 4 years in prison, and the series arrives as he settles at a federal prison in New Jersey and mounts an appeal of his conviction. Mr. Combs has been known to ask videographers to get behind-the-scenes footage of his life, once using such video in a self-produced 2017 documentary about his rise as a successful hip-hop producer, just like Kanye. And I wouldn't be surprised if Kanye got the idea from Diddy, to be honest. The recent footage captures him in the middle of a growing crisis that has radically reshaped his legacy. At his lawyer's advice, Mr. Combs had flown to New York and offered to turn himself in to show his willingness to cooperate. I remember when that happened. Days later, Mr. Combs was arrested in the lobby of the Park Hyatt, and the case against him burst into public view. Prosecutors accused him of sex trafficking women by coercing them into meticulously directed sexual performances with male escorts, using copious amounts of baby oil and party drugs to keep the encounters going for days. Mr. Combs' lawyers asserted from the beginning of the case that the encounters were entirely consensual, and the jury did not, so they never even denied it. So all of that shit, I mean, it's true. It's true. All the parties, the baby oil, they never even denied it. They just said it was consensual, and that was the defense, and, you know, I don't think it was, to be honest. How is all of that going to be consensual with all of these young girls and all of the drugs and all of the alcohol and all of the coercion? It's too blurry. But the jury did not find that the women were coerced. Inside Mr. Combs' hotel room, after his arrest, federal agents recovered 2 bags of pink powder that tested positive for ketamine and MDMA, ecstasy. Mr. Jackson announced plans to produce the documentary not long after the bombshell lawsuit from Mr. Combs' former longtime girlfriend Cassandra Ventura was filed and quickly settled for $20 million 2 years ago. The suit, which alleged brutal physical abuse and sexual coercion, set off a deluge of misconduct suits against Mr. Combs and Miss Ventura, the singer known as Cassie, who would ultimately become the prosecution's star witness. And those cases are still going on to this day, and new ones are popping up still. Mr. Jackson's production company has said that proceeds from the documentary will go to, quote, victims of sexual assault and rape. So that's great. Mr. Jackson has also been accused by 2 women of sexual misconduct, one in a since-deleted social media post and another in court proceedings. The details of the allegations made in court papers were ordered sealed by a judge overseeing a years-old bankruptcy filing by Mr. Jackson. So, that's talking about 50 Cent's accusations, you know. Gotta be fair reporting. So good on the New York Times for that. Fair reporting. The details of the allegations made in court papers were ordered sealed by a judge overseeing it. So we got that. The Netflix series is the 3rd high-profile documentary released about Mr. Combs this year. I haven't seen any of them, to be honest. The mogul's lawyers have said that filmmakers are rushing to cash in on the media circus surrounding Mr. Combs, and he has sued Peacock in response to one of them. The new series presents interviews with 2 jurors, identified only by the numbers they were assigned at court, who decided Mr. Combs' verdict. Juror 75 described Mr. Combs and Miss Ventura as 2 people in love, and Juror 160 said domestic violence wasn't one of the charges. And that's all they said? I don't know. That's all they said? So they were on Combs' side? I don't know. But yeah, juicy stuff. I mean, 50 Cent getting definitely, and this is quite significant in the year of 2025, highly in the running for pettiest beef of the year. You know, obviously it's a tight race between him and Kendrick Lamar performing at the Super Bowl, performing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl. But between the two, what a year for beefs. My Lord. Bookending the year. You know, Kendrick at the start and 50 Cent tonight. So I guess we'll see if the documentary drops or not. I have a feeling it will. I don't think Netflix is gonna bow to Diddy's will, but it does sound like they're not even talking, like the documentary doesn't cover 50 Cent and Diddy's feud or their history at all. Maybe that's not true. We'll find out. But that, you know, some credibility certainly hinges on that. But even, you know, with or without that, the feud did happen. So whether they're upfront about it or not, it is still a biased documentary. Good stuff, right? It's good stuff. We have a lot of juicy political, like, controversial topics happening tonight. I'm liking it. I'm loving it. And I'm wanting more of it. Okay. So I got one more thing to talk about here before I just hop on into the classic mixtape reaction. And then we'll close the stream out from there. I got class in the morning. Got to wake up. This is my last week of school, by the way. I had class this afternoon. It was canceled. Snow day. Last week of class. It was our last class. It was canceled. Last class of the semester. Canceled. No email from the teacher either. I just got a notification from the school. So, but I do have class in the morning. It's my last week. Then I'm graduating. Excited, but here we go. A$AP Rocky reveals the Don't Be Dumb release date at Camp Flog Gnaw. Seemingly. So while closing out Tyler the Creator's Camp Flog Gnaw Festival in LA on Sunday night, November 23rd, Pretty Flacco rocked a white hoodie adorned with the numbers 011-62026 on the right sleeve. And that is easily decoded as January 16th, 2026, and many fans believe that this cryptic code translates to that, which could possibly mean the potential release date of Rocky's long-awaited fourth LP. The Harlem rapper who brought out Tyler the Creator and Ty Dolla $ign as surprise guests during his headlining performance has yet to confirm the rumors. But I mean that's a pretty solid hint on such a big stage as Camp Flog Gnaw, closing out the whole night. What's the statement that he's gonna make? Well, how about an album release date? And obviously this is all 6, but the question is, what is that? What's coming on that day? Don't Be Dumb is the obvious answer. I'm for his word, but I also won't be surprised if he pushes it back again, because he gave a release date of, was it this year or last year? I can't even quite remember, but he did set a release date for Don't Be Dumb. I think it was for like this August, and then he ended up pushing it back. But that was because of his court case. He might have, he could have gone to jail. He could have been sentenced to jail for like 3+ years or something this fall. But that didn't happen, so the album is coming. And fun fact, wait. Let me back up. In an interview with Vanity Fair, the 37-year-old said he was still looking to drop the album this year and has been working on it with renowned composer Danny Elfman. But, this year, maybe within the year, he means. It's not coming 2025. I'm sure of that. But he's been working with Danny Elfman. He's best known for scoring The Simpsons and Nightmare Before Elm Street and Batman. So, all of the Tim Burton movies, all of those are done by Danny Elfman, the music. So he says, fun fact, Danny Elfman, he just did my album with me and I'm putting it out this year. He said, A$AP said. He scored a bunch of the songs. We had The Nightmare Before Christmas on mute, and we were just making music to all the old films, Pee-wee's Playhouse and The Simpsons and all that. So that's pretty cool. In a subsequent Instagram post, Elfman praised Rocky as, quote, an amazingly creative artist while discussing their unlikely partnership. Working with A$AP Rocky was a great experience, Elfman wrote. Just hanging out and listening to his new tracks, he's an amazingly creative artist, and I was really impressed with how diverse his influences and inspirations were. He's truly a one-of-a-kind. Pretty cool, you know. That actually has me the most optimistic about this album, and I have a little op-ed, a little opinion piece about it that I will get to after I'm done reading this. And I wrote it before reading this full article and knowing the extent of the Danny Elfman collaborations here. So that does have me a bit excited than I was before. A$AP Rocky has so far released a handful of potential tracks from Don't Be Dumb, including Hijack, Ruby Rosary featuring J. Cole, and the Pharrell-produced Riot Rowdy Pipin'. So any of those could be on the album. Or any of them might not be. We don't know. He's known for, you know, just dropping a bunch of singles and some of them being on a project and others just remaining as loosies. A number of the other high-profile names are rumored to contribute to the album are Tyler, the Creator, Metro Boomin, Busta Rhymes, Madlib, and Hit Boy. So that would be a stacked feature list for sure. The eagerly anticipated effort will serve as Rocky's first album in almost a decade following 2018's testing. And that is for my op-ed here, posted on everywhere, on all the social media, which you can find links to in the description of this video. But this includes YouTube posts, or, you know, you can post on YouTube, and it's like a feed of text. And so here it is. An 8-year gap, this is my opinion, an 8-year gap between A$AP Rocky albums is ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, I like Rocky, and I'm not usually one to complain about an artist taking their time. In fact, I usually encourage it. But A$AP Rocky's sound has evolved half an inch in 12 years. And I mean that. I mean, it's not bad. I like his sound, so I'm not saying that it sounds bad, but we have to admit, even the biggest of Rocky stans has to admit that he's not known for necessarily evolving a sound. And the most he did was on testing, but that was so long ago at this point that it's old. It's old, you know. But I go on to say, I know damn well he's got hordes of unreleased fire in the vault that he could have used to keep his fans fed throughout the years, but he deliberately did not. You know, he's doing the Playboi Carti route, you know, the Frank Ocean route. Less is more kind of thing, but it's my point is it's A$AP Rocky. Like, come on, dude. Like, you can't play that game. You're just a different sounding artist. Playboi Carti can barely do it. Frank Ocean, you know, everybody's just given up on him at this point. So really nobody can do it. Really nobody should be doing it. The less is more. Like, if you're somebody like Rocky, at least, who, like, we all know he's got verses, just unused verses stacked up on the hard drives. Like, we know he does, because he's put in a lot of work. He could have put out music that was good. He could have called it mixtapes, done little EPs, dropped a whole bunch of singles, something. But he hasn't done that. It's been 8 years and a very, very slow trickle of music. And with this large of a gap between albums, he set expectations higher than he can reach. So with an 8-year gap, with, you know, I do believe in A$AP Rocky. So I with an 8-year gap with an artist like A$AP Rocky, I expect like a 9.9 out of 10 from Don't Be Dumb. But at the same time, I'm not confident that he can deliver that. And that's my op-ed. So I don't know. You let me know. Do you agree with that? Do you disagree with that? I still stand by that. I posted that like a week ago. So, okay. We're going to throw in this mixtape. I need to give my throat a little break anyways, because got my tight little throat is starting to be sore. So we got some music to listen to. A Juicy J mixtape. Juicy J and Project Pat. Classic mixtape reaction is what we're going to do here right now. Okay? Now, I'm excited for this. I've never listened to this. And I'm not sure what year it came out yet. I'm going to have to get that information. Let me pull it up real quick. 1 second. Play Me Some Pimpin'. Project Pat and Juicy J. This is a Trapaholics exclusive. Came out in 2009. Okay, and we're locked in. We're going to lock in here. It's an hour and 18 minutes. Okay, it's an hour and 18 minutes, 25 tracks. We got some skits intermingled in here. A few skits here and there. And, but like I said, we're locking in. Okay, so I'm actually going to, I have to pull up my stream here again. 1 second. I'm going to pull up the lyrics too. Play Me Some Pimpin', Juicy J, Genius. It's got the lyrics here. Good shit. So yeah, like I said, just to explain, I explained it at the top. Oh yeah, I just realized I never put a real title in for this video, so that's probably why things are not Some Pimpin', Juicy J. Okay. Yeah, I never put a full title to the video. I will afterwards, though. It's fine. This was released April 28th, 2009. Play Me Some Pimpin'. Hosted by Trapaholics. By Project Pat and Juicy J. Like I said earlier, 25 tracks, an hour and 18 minutes. First track is titled Intro. Let's go.
Trapaholics mixtapes.
Oh yeah, we're in for it, y'all. We're in for it.
Mixtape. It's going down.
It's going down.
Pat, Juicy J. You know what I'm saying? We did this thing together. North Memphis vets. Y'all know how we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 20-something years, nigga, North Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Full flow bound. When I'm riding through the town, play me some pimpin', man. You know what I'm saying?
Play me some pimpin', man.
Play me some pimpin', man. You know what I'm saying? Part 1 for you niggas.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? This go out to all
I don't think there was ever a part
niggas,
2.
Niggas out here getting guap, niggas out here getting cheese. Stand up, guys. I know you rats. Y'all know the business.
Yo, Trapaholics. Juicy J 36 in the motherfucking building with my nigga Project Pat. On this Play Me Some Pimpin' mixtape. My album in stores, Hustle Till I Die, June 16th. Hustle Till I Die, June 16th. Juicy J solo album. It's official in stores, June 16th. Hustle Till I Die, I will keep saying
June 16th, y'all. Mark your calendars. Calendars.
Trapaholics up in this bitch. It's going down, Project Pat.
This came out in 2009, by the way.
Mixtape was going down.
Oh, that's a classic Juicy J. Shut the fuck up. Okay, it goes completely silent. That is not me. That is... Alright, fuck all y'all. Track 2. First song here.
Trapaholics. Real trap shit.
To you hating ass niggas. Fuck all of y'all. We go ham with them triggers.
Oh god, y'all. Oh, this is a mess.
We go ham with them triggers.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
You hating ass niggas.
Oh my god, y'all.
We go ham with them triggers. To you hating ass niggas.
And I like Juicy J, don't get me wrong. And this is nothing, this is no hate against Juicy J. It's the mixing. Oh my god, dude.
Play that shit again, man. Rewind that shit and play that shit one more again, man, for these niggas, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what it is. This mixtape, right off the bat, would be so much better without Trapaholic's involvement. He is fucking up the whole thing. His explosion drops. He talked. He interrupted the song. He turned the whole song volume down to come in and say, rewind that shit again. And then they rewind it, which isn't smooth or necessary at all. My lord. Song's 4 minutes and 44 seconds long, by the way. Strap in, folks. Strap in. It's going to be a long ride.
Play that shit again, man. Rewind that shit and play that shit one more
No,
again, man, for these niggas.
you don't have to
man,
do
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
You didn't. You didn't have to do that.
Trapaholics.
Trapaholics. Okay, I have to fast forward it a little bit. I have to. We're a minute and 20 in.
Real trap
And
shit.
literally nothing has happened yet. I have to fast forward it. So we're 2 minutes in. Versus finally started. Versus finally started 2 minutes in. Literally, like exactly 2 minutes. And you know, up until this point, so far in this classic mixtape reaction series I've done, I've enjoyed all of the projects I've listened to. I'm not so optimistic about this one, and I'm a Juicy J fan. I am. I really am. Especially nowadays. But
like Jigger, that flood the whole hood with that coat like a blizzard. And for you niggas hating, they will send you up a river. You YouTube gangsters, MySpaces, and you Twitters. They'll follow you with
MySpaces.
They go straight gorilla and spray you with their hair spray, but nothing like your sisters. I'm a straight hood nigga that's blazing. Beat down a pussy nigga that's hating. We getting this money is a craving. The stun we doing is amazing. These niggas say they selling, but they do all the dope. Smoke up all the weed and they blow all the smoke. But I got the stacks and I do all the foes. When we hit the club, we gon' do all the hoes. Hating ass niggas. Fuck all of y'all. We go ham with them triggers. Fuck all of y'all. To you hating ass niggas. Fuck all of y'all. We go ham.
Juicy J is such a better rapper now. He's such a better rapper. I highly recommend you go check out his new projects from this year, like and last year. I think he had a new one last year too. He's got some good new shit out this year, but so that's why I was excited to listen to this mixtape here. But yeah, he's gotten better with time for sure. Okay. This is V Slash, a rapper I've never heard before. The career never took off, I guess. That's not gonna work. Next track. Beat That Pussy Down is the title. There we go. How about that? Oh, dude, he's just like injecting it with just like straight white noise. I know it's the middle of some sort of explosion drop, but it sounds so bad. It sounds so bad. Trapaholics just ruins it. Listen to it. Let me run that back, bro. Rewind that shit. He's interjecting the song with blasts of white noise, practically.
Trapaholics.
The fuck?
Let me beat that pussy down. I got you in the bug, naked magnum rubber, talking about you got a man. Still, we gon' do our thing.
The rest of the song isn't bad. It's just
hardwood and bubble gum. Baby, come and get you some. If you stroke that monkey right and make it talk, she might get sprung. Tongue fire, licious, head murder, disherous.
Wait, I lost my spot. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong song.
Turn a gal to a early moment. Not talking about statue kind, I'm talking about she got you kind. Turn of the juvenile court, you standing in the line. Let me beat that pussy down. Beat that pussy down. Let me beat that pussy down. Beat that pussy down. Let me beat that pussy down.
What the hell?
Pussy down. Let me beat that pussy down. Beat that pussy down. Playing with that kid rain, got her dripping like a faucet. I'm all in that coochie hole, stroking in it like a dog. Stroking little red hole show with a big booty, a bad little ball from the A. Say her name, Susie. I think I love her. Shoot this hot sticky cum all on her.
Ew. Jesus. This song is foul.
Let me beat that pussy down. Beat that pussy down. Let me beat that pussy down. Beat that pussy down. Let me beat that pussy down. Beat that pussy down. Let me beat that pussy down. Beat that pussy down.
To be honest, the song's not that bad, except for those whatever the fuck. Not that bad. Besides whatever the fuck Trapaholics was doing in the background there. He genuinely is ruining this project for me.
What you gonna do when we come through with a break?
Okay, coming in with a nice horn section. The song's titled Ho Pulla with Project Pat and Juicy J.
Brand new, old school on the roof. Bet you gon' do when we come through with a brand new, old school on the roof. What you gon' do when we come through with a brand new, old school on the roof.
Finally, not a bad track. Right off rip here. Again, featuring V Slash, and it looks like V Slash maybe produced a lot of these tracks too.
Bet you gon' faint like on Drake. Look into the paint. You can see yourself like a mirror. Look into the paint. Never was a.
Play me some pimpin', man. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. For sure, nigga. My card, nigga. My card, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's a hoe puller. That's a hoe puller. Anything with suicide doors are a hoe puller. Anything
I like that beat switch there.
That's a hoe puller. Anything on 30 is a hoe puller.
Trapaholics.
Even when it's dirty, still a hoe puller. She wanna fuck my car, I'ma go get her. Don't treat her like a star.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Anything on 30s is a hoe puller. Even when it's dirty, still a hoe puller. She wanna fuck my car, I'ma go get her. Don't treat her like a star.
I'm a gorilla.
What you gon' do when we come through with a brand new, old school on the roof? Bet you gon' faint like on Drake. Look into the paint. You can see yourself like a mirror. Look into the paint.
Real trap
Never
shit.
was a slave, but my wife sees a cotton white. Never liked fishing, but I swear these hoes are starting to bite. Wagon wheels sitting so tall, hoes smiling. Maybe you could lick my balls when I'm driving. Miss car hopper, blow me, please. Silicone.
So I'm a little disappointed that it's taken 5 tracks to get to a good song. But with 25 tracks in the list here, you know, hopefully at this rate we at least get a handful of good tracks. Maybe it picks up after this. I don't know. There's no telling for me. I'm in new territory here.
You can fuck my car, but you gotta fuck me. If you wanna get smart, leave your ass in the street. Anything on 30s is a hoe puller. Even when it's dirty, still a hoe puller. She wanna fuck my car, I'ma go get her. Don't treat her like a star, I'm a gorilla. Anything on 30s is a hoe puller. Even when it's dirty, still a hoe puller. She wanna fuck my car, I'ma go get her. Don't treat her like a star, I'm a gorilla.
Project Pat verse.
ton of cologne with that brand new Challenger, Giovanni Chrome. I just left away from the spot, made a knot, now it's on. Man, I'm looking for the first man, Chevy painted lemonade. Chrome 26s that I threw up on my Escalator. North Memphis nigga with a gun, I can get some paper ice around my neck, in my ears. I ain't gotta pay her no attention, money Mr. Stackers got the check for you. Got a mama on some 30s, they gon' break their neck for you. Got them draws last night, ain't got no respect for you. Getting hit like a car crash, they gon' have a wreck for you.
Anything on 30s is a whole puller. Even when it's dirty, still a whole puller.
Great track. Great track. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. We still have, you know, over a minute left. I'm going to see if there's like a skit hooked onto the end of this or what. Another oh, not another verse, but a bit of an outro or something here. Oh no, we get the V/ verse. That's what the other. I was like, why is this shit so long? We got the V/ verse, which is sounding good. It's sounding like I don't know, like something off of, you know, Miss Officer by Lil Wayne. This kind of has hints of Miss Officer by Lil Wayne, like this is a Bobby Valentino feature or something.
Anything on 30s is a whole.
Get a room, it ain't no telling who I might bring.
This sounds like something that Big Crit would be inspired by, like something that inspires Big Crit's current output. Which, by the way, Big Crit new album coming out this month, dude. It's been a minute, so I'm excited for that. Idea, I gotta remember, I gotta do a live reaction stream to the new Big Crit album, and I think it's next week or maybe this week. I don't know.
I don't discriminate, I fuck with bisexuals, but you gotta be a fish, not a vegetable. And I'm the best of both worlds, not the mother hoes, cause I really live this, not the mother.
You gotta be a fish, not a vegetable. You know, don't forget that. Wise words.
Anything on 30s is a whole puller. Even when it's dirty, still a whole puller. She wanna fuck my car, I'ma go get her. Don't treat her like a star.
On the side here, I'm looking at the.
Anything on 30s is a whole puller. Even when it's dirty, still.
I've got the 36Mafia Wikipedia page pulled up here because. So this is just Project Pat and Juicy J. So I think this might have been around the time that. Didn't one of the members pass away? Or they split up at a certain point? But, you know, they kind of got really big around 2006, but it didn't last much longer after that. I don't think. So yeah, after leaving 36Mafia in 2005, Lord Infamous was featured on DJ Paul's second solo album, Scale a Ton. Lord Infamous was featured on 8 tracks. Juicy J's solo album, Hustle Till I Die, was released on June 16, 2009. The LP featured Project Pat and other rappers such as V/, Gucci Mane, Webby, and Gorilla Zoe. It doesn't say anything about this project here, though. But at this point, yeah, they were broken up. Lord Infamous had split off like 4 years before this project. So they came back together, Project Pat and Juicy J. Wait, let's see here. Oh, wait, Project Pat is not even a member. See, I'm a fucking idiot. This whole time I was thinking that Project Pat was a member of 36. So Project Pat is from Texas, right? Oh, yeah, Project Pat is part of... Yeah. Yeah, he's the older brother of Juicy J. So where the fuck is Project Pat on the Wikipedia page? I don't see him mentioned anywhere. I'm doing a... Okay, there he is. Okay, I'm just blind. Yeah. I mean, you kind of have to scroll a minute until you get to him. It was at this time when Juicy J's older brother Project Pat emerged with his debut solo tape. I don't think I have that. Let me scoop that real quick. If not now, then when, right? Let me continue. We're gonna...
Still a whole puller.
Yo, this is one of the pimpin' songs on this motherfucking CD, man. Rest in peace to my dog Isaac Hayes. This song right here off the chain, man. You know what I'm saying? I got my nigga from North Memphis.
Isaac Hayes sample. That's dope. Good shit. No wonder it's so good.
The High Park Beat / Project Pat is going down. Shut the fuck up!
So Solo Tape is not even on here. That's fine though. All right, next track coming up. Next track, track 5, I believe. Don't Hustle, Don't Eat. I'm grabbing this early Project Pat. All right, this one knocks. This one knocks.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Project Pat. Y'all know how we do, man. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga don't grind, a nigga won't shine.
Trapaholics.
If a nigga don't work, hustle, he ain't gonna eat. You know what I'm talking about? Real nigga work a job before he fall off, man. You know what I'm saying? Real nigga work a job or pull one with a mask and a sword off. You know what I'm talking about? Cause man, nigga gonna get his money out here one way or another, man. You know what I'm saying? By hook or by crook, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? And we ain't snitching. Bullets flying, suckers die. At funerals, they mama cry.
Damn, son.
Damn, son.
Never stopping, pistol popping, chicken copping, riding stick on 26 and 14. Real trap shit. Popping pills, cocaine deals, going wrong.
No lyrics on this one.
Young niggas done pulled a move and caught a slug in the dome. I was young, but now I'm grown. Mama told me get my own. Hustle till your diamond out, dripping like a ice cream cone. Reason why your lights be on, temporary disconnect. Got your hand out for a loan. Pump nigga, get some respect. Pick your poison, pick your vice. Rob a bank or shoot some dice. You might just need to work a job. That robbery thing I with you twice. If a nigga don't hustle, then a nigga won't eat. I can't be another broke nigga off in these streets. Looking for a handout. Looking for a handout. Looking for a handout. Looking for a handout. If a nigga don't grind, then he won't shine. Don't be out here pulling crime.
This one and the last one are probably my two favorites so far. You know, obviously the last one being better than this one, but this one knocks. The Trapaholics drops actually kind of work in this one, even though it's still mixed. They're mixed terribly throughout it, but it's fine. You know, that's what I'm here for. You know, it's the gritty mixtape feel. I'm not mad at that. It's just when it doesn't really match the song like it was at the beginning. It was god awful. And then, dude, the crime of pulling the entire song down just for the DJ to speak over it and then bringing it back up and then restarting it when it has no purpose being restarted. It's terrible. But we're having fun out here. We're having fun.
Wanna point your mans out. Wanna point your mans out. Wanna point your mans out.
Where'd you find this?
If a nigga don't hustle, then a nigga won't eat. I can't be another broke nigga off in these streets. Looking for a handout. Looking for a handout. Looking for a handout. Looking for a handout. Cause if a nigga don't grind, then he won't shine. Don't be out here pulling crime if you can't do the time. Wanna point your mans out. Wanna point your mans out. Wanna point your mans out. Wanna point your mans out.
All right. Little synthy outro. Fun stuff. Next track, Hood I Am, I believe is the title. Oh, no. Okay. The track list is wrong on Genius. This one is That'll Work featuring Alchemist. So we got some early Alchemist. No lyrics. These are deep cuts, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. Shopaholic. Play that shit one more time, my nigga. Give him some of that exclusive shit, my nigga. Play me some pimpin', man.
Trapaholics.
Yeah, no lyrics anywhere for this one that I can find quickly.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
In the club, know me. I'm the
Woo.
one to blow a shotgun when I'm at the bar, man. When I'm at the bar, man. I'm buzzed, I'm chilling. Got cars, big willing. Love straight clubs for about 100 buzz girls.
Real trap shit.
Come back straight hood, no good. That's the way I do it.
All right, bro, this is fire. This is fire. I'm guessing the Alchemist produced this. I wonder if he comes on and raps too. You know, Alchemist, he'll come and rap every once in a while. I mean, this is dope. It's like it kind of feels like something Eminem would hop on maybe. Back in the day, you know, it does feel of its time, but it feels you know, forward thinking of its time. This is a fun beat. The water drop, water. High energy, you know, like, you know, things popping out. The rhythm is cool all over the place on this one. The breaths. And even down to the reverb on Juicy J's vocals, it's all working. It's all working. So yeah, this is the Alchemist trying to do some shit like he's trying to do some A-rap music type of shit. You know, maybe they all influenced each other. They're, you know, at least them two are kind of the same era, but Alchemist doesn't necessarily do these vocal chop, like fast drum pad breaks that A-rap music is still known for doing to this day. It's a nice little breakdown. That was cool. That's cool. Kind of stale in 2025, but doing something for sure, especially for 2009. You know, some shit Busta Rhymes would hop on and do his fucking thing on. It kind of sounds like this. At first I thought this was Busta. I'm guessing this is Project Pat here. It's gotta be, right?
Rap niggas better chill with the flow bananas. Everything sounds in the way the soldiers saying it. Have you any idea how soldiers plan it? You doing bitch shit to make a soldier panic. Gotta have a beard, that's why soldiers standing. From the hood, got it good, and I'm soldier, man. Sit aside, take it out, far over planet. Everybody want a ball, that's understanding. Get a beat, try to pop a nigga guns jam. What you get, bitch, nigga, try to hunt the hand. They got a couple of coops, I got a couple of candy.
It is pretty groovy. You know, it's a lot to listen to, so it doesn't get boring or anything. Second time through, it's like, okay, it's nice to listen to a couple times through. It doesn't get boring after a couple of repeats. Like the hook is just this beat, so that could get dicey, but there's so much interesting stuff popping off in the rhythm here that keeps your attention. interesting, dude. Each time the hook comes around, I enjoyed it more and more. Each time it hit harder. So, that's the Alchemist magic. That's the alchemy, bro. And this beat, a beat like this, I have to say, I just got to put it out there. I'm coming up on getting one of these push 2s, an Ableton push 2. I'm getting one. I've been trained on it. I have made an amazing beat on it. You can go watch the outro of last stream, my Scratched Up Live number 55. Go watch the outro. I've got it all timestamped and everything. I play my song that I made on a push 2, and it's kind of like, you know, in a way that Alchemist made a beat like this, and with the loops and firing loops at different times. And I'm about to buy one for myself, and I'm gonna start streaming Go Rage Live episodes again, exclusively working on a push 2 and building really good beats, and then, you know, trying to see what I can do with them. But that's just a little aside for the true fans of QDR out there. Next track. Long pauses between each track. Not very clean cut. Hood I Am by Project Pat and Juicy J. Again, no lyrics.
Special shouts out, man, to North Memphis, South Memphis, Westwood, Orange Mound, like it go down in the town. Black Haven, East Memphis, Westwood, North Haven, Raleigh. Y'all know the business.
We smoke a lot of kush, we push a lot of grams, we drink a lot of liquor, a hood nigga.
So this era of, 2009, 3-6 Mafia, adjacent at the very least, you know, I mean, 2/3 of 3-6 Mafia here. It's reminding me of the Tech 9 album, King of Darkness, KOD, which features 3-6 Mafia on a track, and that was released in 2009, I think, 2008 maybe 2008 or 9. So Juicy J and Project Pat, they're sounding just like they did on that KOD album by Tech 9, which was my first Tech 9 album. I own it on CD, bought it a long time ago, and that's the vibe I'm picking up, especially on this song. I like it, you know, dark, creepy, definitely like Halloween-esque kind of shit, and so I'm liking this track so far because of that.
Slap her with my hands, me always going ham, a hood nigga I am. We smoke a lot of kush, we push a lot of grams, we drink a lot of liquor, a hood nigga I am. Me teabag a bitch, slap her with my hands, me always going.
So foul, dude. And then he said we slap her with our hands, and then they got the slap sound effect, dude. I disavow. QDR disavows, you know, misogynistic and violent behavior.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
When you're young, that's the time to get it. Fingerprints on the gun, but I still gotta quit it. Steady straight down the middle, then tobacco get dumped out. Police saw me at the light, like real trap shit. Kush in a nigga lungs, tattoos on my arm, white gold chain round my neck, diamonds in the charm. Didn't mean no harm, trying to get the ghetto riches. Cross a boss or ever stitch, be a meal, brand fishes. 24, 26 federales taking pictures, drugs, and my baby mama stash, and my little sister's goose bottle to my lips, dangerous with them pistols. Going ham on you rats, don't you make me come and get you.
We smoke a lot of kush, we push a lot of grams, we drink a lot of liquor, a hood nigga I am. Me teabag a bitch, whip slap her with my hands, me always going ham, a hood nigga I am. We smoke a lot of kush, we push a lot of grams, me drink a lot of liquor, a hood nigga I am. Me teabag a bitch, whip slap her with my hands, me always going ham, a hood nigga I am.
Drunk is a fool, fucking bitch at the bitch. There's Hell no, don't cuff her. I'm too hood for that. I just get the bitch high, you know I'm good for that. If she like it, I love it. Don't blame me, blame the hoe. I'm just borrowing the bitch. I give her back to you, bruh. Knocking hoes, that's my specialty. A hood nigga I am. If a nigga got a problem, dog, I don't give a damn. Blow the cuss in his face, make him hate me some more. When I really don't give a fuck about him or the hoe, I always go ham, cause that's how I am. When it
I wish there was lyrics, but
I ain't sparing now, cause
We smoke a lot of kush, we push a lot of grams, me drink a lot of liquor, a hood nigga I am, me teabag a bitch, them slap her with my hands, me always going ham, a hood nigga I am, we smoke a lot of kush, we push a lot of grams, me drink a lot of liquor, a hood nigga I am, me teabag a bitch, them slap her with my hands, me always going ham, a hood nigga you ain't know.
These messages are not supported by QDR.
Niggas, man, cooking at the trap house. 5 of them niggas, man, ready to make you cash out. 3 of them niggas, man, starting up some bad dough. Another 3 niggas, man, kicking in your bag, yo. 2 of the weakest.
This is certainly one of the best tracks so far. Not the best, but I like the vibe. It's giving me nostalgia because, like I said, it sounds just like what they did on that KOD album.
Tried to turn it for me. 2 of the geekies, bro. Gave them niggas warning. The other 50 niggas, bro. Got them snitches slipping. A body foul in the south.
So what's his name? V/Slash has a verse on damn near every track here, but he is not credited at all, except on like Genius here. Also, this is the original mixtape cover. Kind of cool. Wish they changed it once they put it on streaming.
We put our wheels on sixes. Ain't clicking in my chain, man. I'm trying to press these bitches. I'm grinding for a mission. They never washing dishes. I'm trying to own the keys to the Rolls Royce ignition. We smoke a lot of kush. We push a lot of grams. We drink a lot of liquor. A hood nigga I am. Me teabag a bitch. Them slap her with my hands. Me always
Play Me Some Pimpin'. Project Pat and Juicy J. See where we're at here. Next track. Again, large gaps between tracks on the streaming version. That's Gangsta.
Trapaholics. Where I go, I got that pussy on gang. A nigga violate, and I'ma kill him on gang. Don't give a fuck
Track
about
8.
charge over this gang. And on my court day, I tell the judge I meant on gang. Everywhere I go, I got that pistol on gang. A nigga violate, and I'ma kill him gang. Don't give a fuck about a charge over this gang. And on my court day, I
No
tell the
lyrics
judge I
again,
meant
of course.
I'ma show a nigga that it's really going down tonight. Mask on, Google Chrome, boy, we gon' take this go. I ain't do the homicide.
We have quickly dipped down again in quality here.
Real trap shit. Suicide, you can die. I kill all you cockroaches. Foot on your neck with the shot into your skull.
By the way, this is a better time now than ever. If you have mixtape recommendations for me to react to, I don't think I've mentioned this. If you have mixtape recommendations for me to react to, please send them my way. Comment them, DM me somehow, figure it out. I got my social media linked everywhere. You can reach out very easily to me. Send me recommendations. If I have heard them already, it's gonna rule it out. But if it's obscure enough, or if it's deep cut enough, I may not have heard it. Especially, it's got to be mixtapes. Search on like mixtape websites or whatever. Or just like send me stuff, and I'll have to vet it. But I want to get recommendations going because I only have a certain number here of mixtapes that I've added that I haven't listened to yet, and more will come down the pipeline, but it might be kind of slow because It was like 12 in total, and that was, you know, going back the last couple years. I've already listened to a lot of mixtapes, but there's also a lot I don't know about, so send them my way. Recommendations, please.
What you did to my mans and meals, counterfeit flake. Your mistake, you pulled a fast one and coming with no mask. Guarantee I'ma gas them niggas till they make a not a faker like the mother ones. 4-5 bullet slugs after Tommy, then your blood.
Where I go, I got that pistol on gang. A nigga violate, and I'ma kill him on a gang. Don't give a fuck about a charge or a visit. This gang, and on my court date, I tell the judge I mean.
This song sucks.
Where I go, I got that pistol on gang. A nigga violate, and I'ma kill him. Don't give a fuck about a charge or a visit. Gang, and on my court date, I tell the judge I mean.
I got the city on lock, nigga. Get your own block, nigga. Always self-made, so I.
Juicy J coming through and trying the best he can. His song is on life support, and he's like trying to revive it, and he's doing his best. He's doing better than anybody. He's trying harder than anybody else here. I do like what Juicy J is able to do with this beat that is very lackluster, and nobody else is. It has everybody else so uninspired, but Juicy J is at least able to come through with something.
I flip my own rock, nigga. Fuck, are you fuck boys? Need change cup boys. When I let my goons loose, you will get touched, boy. Call me the juice, man. I ain't scared to shoot, man. Realest nigga in the game. Call me the truth.
They should have just cut everybody except Juicy J off of the shit.
Man, I'm not a star, bitch, but I'm black as tar, bitch. Old school Chevy riding 30 with the car, bitch. Falling to the fullest chickens wanna get with me in the strip club trying to get some pussy. Doing shows, fucking hoes, working in the kitchen. Call it what you want, man. That's how I'm living.
Where I go, I got that pistol on gang. A nigga violate, and I'ma kill him on a gang. Don't give a fuck about a charge or a visit.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. I have to. Over 4 minutes of this shit.
Jay, y'all know the business, right? But when you know you a phony nigga, real dog.
Or the last minute is just braggadocious, you know, dialogue.
In positions like this, real nigga.
Or monologue, really. All right, next track. Waiting for it.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying?
Titled PSA.
It's your boy Project Pat and this thing, Trapaholics mixtape, man. You know what I'm saying? Trap.
Sounds like a skit.
That's the new. We're gonna start making that the new anthem for the Trapaholic mixtape. Trap. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know what I'm saying?
It's a 2 minute and 20-second long skit.
He sees you with your ice on.
Oh. Well, this is fitting. Little Christmas music. Little Christmas tune. Just snowed today. Had a snow day. I think I mentioned it earlier.
Now I need a little maestro right quick. He's cocking his gun, checking his clip, riding through tent, watching those who gon' slip, 'cause Project is gon' lay you down. He sees you with your ice on. He knows that you a hoe.
This is really nice.
He knows you got them bricks and stacks, so he kicking in your dough. Oh, you better not look. You better not snitch.
Tis the season.
Witnesses will end up dead in the ditch, 'cause Project is gon' lay you down. Merry Christmas, niggas.
Oh, man. No, for real, though. Merry Christmas. Even though this was released in April of 2009, but who cares? 'Tis the season. All right, next track. That was really nice. Thank you, Project. Thank you.
We know you niggas pussy, you ain't hard, you ain't hard. We know you niggas pussy, you ain't hard. Trapaholics. We know you
Titled You Ain't Hard. Juicy J and V/, No lyrics.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
We know you niggas pussy. 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 You violate me once and I'ma catch a murder charge. My niggas are out the frame. My niggas ain't playing games. My niggas be on that cane. My niggas will shoot them things. My niggas get real high. My niggas are ready to die. My niggas be breaking bread. My niggas real trap shit. Pussies be talking loud. Pussies be showing out. Pussy ass niggas gon' be somewhere face down in the ground. Pussies are really clowns. Pussies ain't shot no rounds. Pussy ass niggas gon' run when any nigga violate. We go ham on you bitches. Any nigga wanna hate. We go ham on you bitches. Hood figure straight gorilla all day. Pull the trigger. Got plugs, got drugs, got thugs, got killers. We know you niggas pussy. You ain't hard. You ain't hard. We know you niggas pussy. You ain't hard. You ain't hard. We know you niggas pussy. You ain't hard. You ain't hard. You violate me once and I'ma catch a murder charge. We know you niggas pussy. 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 We know you niggas pussy.
Okay, yeah, this song is awful. I'm gonna skip to the end here, see what it's like at the end. So very repetitive, very boring, stupid lyrics. Like the whole thing is just that refrain. Shitty verses. One of the worst tracks so far, if not the worst, maybe the worst track so far, to be honest. Next track. 'Cause I'm Rich.
Trapaholics.
This is the title.
Till I die. In store June 16th, nigga. On a Play Me Some Pimpin' mixtape project.
So we read about the GCJ solo album that came out in 2009. Wherever it was, where was it? Well, whatever it's called. That this album, this mixtape we're listening to here, released before the solo GCJ album that came out that year.
Bad Juicy J up in this motherfucker. B.I. Play me some Pimpin', man.
In true mixtape energy, it was like a promo for their real studio albums. Man, I miss 2009. I do. I really. It ain't 2009 no mo. It ain't 2009 no mo, for sure.
Trapaholics.
Y'all. What's up, girl? Are you okay? Why are you hyperventilating? Are you hyperventilating? Yeah. Alright. Track 11. We are not missing a beat here. Track 11. 'Cause I'm Rich. Project Pat and Juicy J. Nope.
Trapaholics. Juicy J hustle till I die. In store June 16th, nigga. On a Play Me Some Pimpin' mixtape project pad. Juicy J up in this motherfucker. B.I. Play me some Pimpin', man.
Trapaholics.
Oh wait, we already did this, didn't we? All right. I'm moving on. I think we already did that one. Gang Signs. Track 11. Wait, do we actually have lyrics? Okay, so we actually have lyrics because this one is on another project by Project Pat. It's on Loud Pack, I guess.
Trapaholics.
Start of the business, banner on the blood, Pyru blood. All my Quake Street Crip niggas, rolling 90s, neighborhood Crip, rolling 60s, rolling 20s, rolling 30s, 107 Hoover Crip, 5 dudes Hoover Crip, OKC, Oklahoma City, all them Crip niggas, Oklahoma City, blood Crip niggas, Little Rock, Arkansas. Y'all know the we got paper over here, bookkeepers over here, got icy out watches with the diamonds in our ear. We got paper over here, bookkeepers over here, got icy out watches with the diamonds in our ear.
Shit.
Not too hot on this one, if you couldn't tell. It's not the worst. A little catchier than some of the worst ones, but it's definitely on the lower tier here.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I live that street life. I did time in the state. I done wrestled with the fans.
Like, there's definitely redeeming qualities, but it's in the mid-low tier in comparison to the other tracks so far.
Had to rob for a plate. Had to murder me a few so I wouldn't take a minus. Breaking bury all tools, putting that behind us. Keep the new choppers close.
I don't even know where I am.
Charlie Brown, beans, dog, nothing but the finest. Tennessee,
there we go.
Project Petar. I know you niggas sell dope, but my pocket's fatter. On the drum, on the Thompson, bullets scatter. Slugs enter in your back and come out your bladder. Rat-a-tat-tat, when I'm busting on a ratter. I'm screaming out with your head like the Mad Hatter. We got paper over here, bookkeepers over here. Got icy out watches with the diamonds in our ear. We got paper over here, bookkeepers over here. Got icy out watches with the diamonds in our ear. And we still throwing gang signs, gang signs. Yeah, we still throwing gang signs.
Dude, that pitch down vocal, however they pitched it, it sounded rough. It sounds rough, for sure.
Gang signs, and we still throwing gang signs, gang signs. Yeah, we still throwing gang signs, gang signs. We selling drugs in my neighborhood. I wish a nigga would. We got the guns and masks.
This one definitely has vibes again like that KOD album by Tech 9, their feature on KOD.
Bring it to your hood.
So I'm liking that aspect of this song for sure.
I snatch you out them butter guts, but I'm not a fool. 50 rounds versus shoot you up, bullets going through any car, ripping through the steel, cutting past, leather mask down on this trigger like it was a gas pedal. Blast better, choppers in use. I'ma let loose, blood leaking out your stomach, mixed with that gray goose. Was kinda spook once them slugs whistle past your head. You heard the kiss of death on life, so put you at the man. And we don't bother the police, they can get it with ya. You false flaggers in these streets, we gon' get up with ya. We got paper over here, bookkeepers over here. Got icy out watches with the diamonds in our ear. We got paper over here, bookkeepers over here. Got icy out watches with the diamonds in our ear. And we still throwing gang signs, gang signs. Yeah, we still throwing gang.
This would have knocked for sure in 2009. This would have been really hitting. It's still pretty. It's hitting. You know, something. It's hitting something in 2025. But in 2009, when this came out, if I would have heard this, I would have been all over this shit, for sure, no doubt.
Signs, gang signs, and we still throwing gang signs, gang signs. Yeah, we still throwing gang signs, gang signs.
Yeah, it's your boy Project Petar. Y'all know what's going down on the hottest mixtape, nigga, in the streets. Trapaholics, all the way from M-Town to Connecticut. It's your boy Project Pat up in this thing. We bumping some of this real.
So we're like not even halfway done with this shit.
We call that trap shit.
Next track, Ski Mask Way, I believe. Yep. Ski Mask Way.
Trapaholics.
Bullets out the burn, They twist and turn and flip, empty the clip, dash off in a charge whip. Slipped in the game, now my name's a hollow tip. Cutting through the ears of these haters, I'm hard your lip. Flipping at the mouth, broadcasting about your grip. Hit you in your grill, 44 with a rubber grip.
I'm liking this one.
Up in the trunk, let's take a trip. Police pull me over, no.
This one's smooth. Got some real swag to it for sure.
Stick to the script. If I get caught for what I do, then I'm taking mine. You gon' hear this in the street or even.
This one doesn't sound as dated as some of these other ones. Like this could have been released in 2025.
Do the grapevine, take time to plan what you do. Don't rush yourself, never take a crew, just you.
Minus the weird like EQ that I think Trapaholics puts this fucking filter on every song, this like EQ filter on all of the songs that give it this like weird quality that I think is supposed to be the mixtape thing, but I hate it, dude. That's part of what I was trying to get at earlier, where Trapaholics just kind of ruins the project here.
You can trust yourself. I'm kinda like a pastor, taking up my offering. Put the money in the bag or end up in a coffin. Slugs, I be tossing out my barrel to your scullery. Niggas pulling moves in these streets, them my brethren. Set a duck up, told a boy I wanted 40 pounds. Meet me Hickory Hood, X-Son 40, laid him down. Burn faced it ain't. I didn't want my niggas to
I'm throwing this one into rotation. It's going into rotation playlist. I like this one a lot. Quite possibly my favorite, if not my second favorite, around there. First, second, third favorite I've heard so far.
You got the real niggas, street niggas, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Ready to die. You know what I'm saying? Ready to die for respect. This the thing right here, man. Real niggas gonna die for money and respect. You know what I'm saying? Cause nigga gonna get his respect out here, man. And nigga gonna get his money out here. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk, man. That's real talk.
Okay. Next track. Coming up here. Coming up anytime now.
You know,
Kush
just
break.
in the studio right now, you know what I'm saying?
34 seconds, just a little
herb, you know what I'm talking about? Because we out here
interlude.
And we getting it for the nothing, you know what I'm saying? You know, like a Memphis nigga like it, you know what I'm saying? You know, a Memphis nigga, he like to smoke, you know what I'm saying, off your weed, you know what I'm saying? Off your weed, especially if it's good, if it's perp, you know what I'm saying? Not none of that truck weed, bad dudes be smoking, none of that, we ain't on that, we don't do that.
Okay.
Nah, we don't do that.
Money on the floor.
Okay. Dude, the breaks in between tracks here is pretty hilarious. All right, next track. These silence breaks.
Yo, it's the Juice Man up in this motherfucker.
Purple Kush.
On that Play Me Some Pimpin' mixtapes, get your motherfucking
Next
lighters
track.
ready. This song is called Purple Kush Smoker. I know y'all know about that Purple Kush, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I think I got some Purple Kush right now.
I'm so high, eyes red as fire. Smoke so much weed, dancing in the sky. I'm so high, eyes red as fire. Smoke so much weed, dancing in the sky. So I'm so high, eyes red as fire. Smoke so much weed, dancing in the sky. Shots of Patron, down in wood of beer. Bitches in my ear, but I can't hear. Purple Kush blow up, Purple Kush smoke up, Purple Kush blow up, Purple Kush smoke up.
Trapaholics.
Trap, you didn't need to do it. Trap is feeling a little too holic, if you know what I mean, with the repeats. You can chill on the holics. I mean, you can chill on the repeats, Mr. Holic.
Purple Kush smoke up, purple drink, money on the floor. Purple Kush blow up.
All right, back to the top here now.
Purple drink, money on the floor. Purple Kush blow up, purple Kush smoke up, purple drink, money on the floor. Purple Kush blow up, purple Kush smoke up, purple drink, money on the floor. Purple Kush blow up, purple Kush smoke up, purple drink,
What, you ain't know?
I'm so high,
okay.
eyes red as fire, smoke so much weed,
dancing in the sky. Shots of Patron, down in wood beer. Bitches in my ear, but I
Real
can't
trap
hear.
shit.
Cause I'm in a zone, I ain't going home. I'm sitting drunk in Texas out on my phone. It's my birthday, it's
God
a
damn it,
party.
dude. This song is ass. This song is so bad. Oh my god. He was too high writing this. Definitely a case of being too high to write.
Yeah, nigga drunk, yeah, I'm shit faced, and I'm popping pills. I don't give a damn where a nigga is.
This is like I don't know, Dr. Seuss type of shit. Which, don't get me wrong, I love Dr. Seuss. No hate to Dr. Seuss. Like he would blow Juicy J out of the water on this track, on this beat, I guess. But I don't know. This is very corny.
I'm going ham. See you at the bar. See you in the park. See you sucking my dick in the back of my car.
Purple kush blow up, purple kush smoke up, purple drink.
Let's see if Gorilla Zoe can pick up the pace here.
Purple kush blow up, purple kush smoke
Pick up the vibe.
purple drink.
What you got, bro?
Money on the floor up, purple kush blow up, purple kush smoke up, purple drink.
I mean, just about anything is going to be better than that.
Kush blow up, purple kush smoke up, purple drink. Money on the floor.
I got purple in my cup, purple in my blunt. Pull up to the trap, like shout out what you want. Bricks in the front of him, the miners in the trunk. Once the bag is open.
Wait, what the fuck is the opposite of helium? Whatever that shit is, that's what Gorilla Zoe definitely fucking took a huff of that before this verse. Like, what the hell? He doesn't actually sound like that on all of his, like, what? Am I tripping? I don't listen to him, for real.
You smell nothing but fun. The whole hood know me, the whole hood love me. The hate
And that's pitched down, right? It's got to be pitched down.
love me. The bitches wanna fuck. Get money like Nike. The boy just do it. I'm so dumb, it got my swag on stupid. I don't drink grit.
It's certainly more interesting than Juicy J's verse.
I drink purple fluid. Bitch, these are diamonds. These are not cute. I'm leaning right now. This purple shit the truth. Trend them out right now.
Smoking in the booth. Alright. Okay. Now I'm going to fast forward to Project Pat's verse here. See if he can one up both of them. Can he double up them? I mean, it's not going to... Like, please, give us something. Give us anything. Anything will be better than those two verses, please. What do you got, Project Pat? What do you got, Patty?
Purple kush blow up, purple kush smoke up, purple drink. Money on the floor. Berry cigarettos, full of that purple. Roll up that bento, light up the purple.
Trapaholics.
In the circle, cause we on our third blunt. Bunk weed smokers, get up on
Real
our
trap
third
shit.
blunt. Walking in the club though, smell a bunny on my clothes. Inhale the kush blunt, blow the smoke out my nose. Niggas know that loud be loud. Let me emphasize a nigga sell loud. I'm in the crowd.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
In the seat.
certainly a lot better than both of the two previous verses, but still just boring, dude. This is boring. This is a boring beat.
To my lips, now I'm straight, man. Fresh off a paper, so I'm rolling like a freight train. Gucci shoes, Gucci bandana, suckers hate, man. 40 stacks at the mall, like I'm flipping cakes, man.
All right, next track. Jesus Christ, that song was awful. It's gonna be in a different album now. Going ham. And this song was made, like, ham was a new term. As far as I'm aware, I mean, maybe, I really didn't hear about the term ham until Watch the Throne by Jay-Z and Kanye. If they invented it, I'm not quite so sure, but I think they did. I think Jay-Z invented ham, hard as a motherfucker. And this song is titled Goin' Ham. Released in 2009, which had to have been the year that Ham was released, like earliest that Ham was released, because the album was released in 2010, I think. And Ham couldn't have been released too much before the album came out. So yeah, sir, let me see. I can just look it up. Ham. Ham Watch the Throne. Okay, so no, Ham didn't come out until 2011. Okay. Interesting. So I guess it could have been worked on before then, but I don't know. I guess going ham was already a saying before the Kanye song and Jay-Z song. But that was certainly the first time I had heard of it. Me being a kid and whatnot. But here we go. Going Ham, Project Pat, and Juicy J.
I've been popping my collars in the cradle. Nigga want something from me, then he gotta take it. Come on, Superman, pull out your cape. Cause I kill a nigga as quick as he made him. Yeah, I'm going ham. 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 I'm like, bitch, please hit me. I'm like 6'3", wait, I'm like 220. You like history. Hoes in them like Krispy Kreme, tingling like Listerine. My charges be felony, your charges be misdemeanor. Fuck you mean? I ain't gon' ride or die for mine. You ain't even attempt to ride. At least I ride and die trying.
I don't hate this. I don't. And that's not the greatest of compliments, so don't get me wrong. It's not fantastic, but I don't hate it.
Ugly young niggas kicking buckets down. So niggas fucking, niggas fussing, niggas rushing, niggas scuffling, niggas busting. Somebody falling, hoes crying, niggas crumble, people I've been popping my collars since in the cradle. Nigga want something from me, then he gotta take it. Come on, Superman, pull out your cape. Cause I kill a nigga as quick as he made him. Yeah, I'm going ham. I'm going ham. I'm going ham.
I gotta know the origins of ham. Like, this is really predating Watch the Throne. It's kind of blowing my mind, to be honest. Yeah, nigga, here I go again, nigga. Just got out the pen, don't you make me go again, nigga. Ham sandwich, do my damage, bitch your skull like a hoe. Rat suckers, haters, punks. Real trap shit. I work you all, drug dealer, corner nigga. Streets made me who I is. Cowards talk behind my back, but I already know what it is. Projects are convicted feds. Soulja Boy, no way.
Never sleeping on you dudes. If you see me strapped with tools, squeeze the trigger around the spurs, fly through air connect.
Alright, y'all, get this. So Go Ham has its own Wikipedia page, with an etymology section. Says, uncertain on etymology, the earliest use of the term in the idiomatic sense appears to be in the 2007 song Go Ham on 'Em by Soulja Boy. So there we go, Soulja Boy, once again being credited with, groundbreaking shit here. Although isolated usage goes back earlier, so that is worth noting. So Soulja Boy didn't necessarily invent it, but as far as putting it into a song, ham is also thought to be an acronym for hard as a motherfucker, with Go Ham then parsing as Go Hard as a Motherfucker. Though this may be a backronym, alternatively it could be a phonetic clipping of mayhem. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Well, I guess so. Go Ham, mayhem. Yeah, for sure. The term was popularized by the 2011 song Ham by Jay-Z and Kanye West. Guess who is not mentioned? Guess who's not credited? And we need to change this. Is it still? Oh, yeah. This is what we're doing here. Live on stream. Oh, my God. We're editing. Dude, we're adding information into the fucking zeitgeist here, y'all. We need to add information. We're editing Wikipedia. We need to give credit to Project Pat and Juicy J because they made a song called Goin' Ham in 2009. We got Project Pat and Mac Butta, actually, I believe. April 28th, 2009. So where can I type this in? I've never done this before. This is exciting stuff. Happy this is happening on stream here. So Soulja Boy. And then somehow I have to enter the citation, which I'm not sure exactly how. Although this may be a backronym. The origin of going ham or why you aren't going ham. Don't know how to do this. Okay, so let me see how to start one of these sentences. It's a reference. Citation. Ugh. Dude, this is too damn confusing. Can I just... Oh, here we go. Okay, this is helpful. Actually, I can see a preview of it. Bear with me as I figure this out. My dumbass. Looking at foreign code here, it's freaking me out, but I think I can figure it out if I stare at it long enough. So, yeah, I'm just going to continue after this sentence. So, alternatively, I wonder if I can just type it normally and then... Alright, so now I'm going to ChatGPT. When making a public edit on a Wikipedia page, can I just type the information in as if it's a Word document? And the Wikipedia editors will adjust the code and so short answer, yes, I can just type normally, but only if you use the visual editor. Here's how it works. Using visual editor, the default edit button. If you click the regular edit tab, not edit source, usually opens the visual editor, which works very much like a word processor. Type text normally. Formatting, links, citations can be added with toolbar buttons. You don't need to know wiki markup. No one needs to fix the code because the editor writes the code for you. If you click edit source, you will see wiki markup. Okay. So let me start over. Leave that shit. So I just want to edit. Did I lose it? Here we go. Go ham. So I just want to edit the etymology. It's very important stuff here, people. Very important. And then I can just type in, in 2009, Project Pat and Juicy J from the hip hop group JPEGMAFIA released a song together titled Goin' Ham on their mixtape Play Me Some Pimpin'. Alright, let's see if we can get this entered into the zeitgeist. Very exciting stuff here, people. I don't know if you're as excited as I am about this, but I've never made a wiki edit. It says, I'm not logged in. Once I make an edit, a temporary account will be created for me. Log in or create an account to continue receiving notifications after this. So I'm going to go ahead and make another account because I got nothing but time tonight, you know. We're going all the way. I'm surprised I don't already have a Wikipedia account. Okay, bear with me. Okay. Publish changes. In 2009. Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. So I wonder if... Oh, now it's gone. Aw, what the hell? Well, what the hell? Let me try that again, I guess. That's annoying. I gotta type it in again. 2009. Project Pat and Juicy J from Hip Hop. From the hip hop group. I'm doing you guys a solid here, 3-6 Mafia. You know, I'm going really out of my way here. For no benefit besides you guys, really. Gotta put you guys into the zeitgeist. It's only fair. It really is only fair. But I lost my... Gotta make sure my stream is still going. And I lost the window. Oh wait, there it is. Yeah, we're still good. We're still good. Nobody's here, but stream is still going. That's okay. I'm having fun here. I really am. Alright, in 2009, Project Pat and Juicy J from the hip-hop group 3-6 Mafia released the song Goin' Ham. Released the song Goin' Ham on their collaborate on their mixtape. Play Me Some Pimpin'. In 2009, Project Pat and Juicy J from the hip-hop group 3 6 Mafia released the song Goin' Ham on their mixtape Play Me Some Pimpin'. Okay. Publish changes. There we go. On their mixtape together titled Play Me Some Pimpin'. There we go. Mixtape together titled Play Me Some Pimpin'. Alright, first wiki edit published by QDR. First of many more to come. We're gonna keep making Wikipedia edits wherever we can, people. All right, continuing on here, Going Ham. Let's finish the track out.
The bird slowly hit you where it hurts. Force a bullet, make it jerk. Jerk like chicken, we be flicking. Niggas see we going ham. Black on black, 550 biz with Giovanni Ram. Ram the clip inside the Ruger, cross my path. I'ma shoot you once I up the heater. Old soul, nigga, I'ma do you. Do you like you should be did. Blow your brains out like a sick. 40 bullets spraying at your head, blowing off your wig. I've been popping my collars since in the cradle. Nigga want some from me.
Kind of a mess, you know, the production, a bit of a mess if you ask me. Not even just like the mix, which that is a mess too, but just the layering here, it's not really clicking for me. Come on, Superman, pull out your cape. Like that horn loop is not, it ain't right, it ain't fitting. Like rhythmically. This song, I mean, this part I actually kind of like, even though it's very repetitive and just kind of dumb, but I kind of like it. I like how it feels. Dude, that horn, the timbre of it, it just sounds so it sounds so wiggly, like floppy. I don't know, maybe that it doesn't even feel like it's hitting the right. Let me back it up a bit. It just feels wet and sloppy. Damp. Feels damp and wet and like moldy. I kill a nigga as quick as he made him. I'm going ham, 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 I'm going ham. Alright, next track. My lord. This one's a slug, y'all. This one's definitely a slug. But we're locked in. Play Me Some Pimpin', the title track.
Yo, look, this is how we do it, man, in M-Town, man. A lot of times we just be chilling, be at the house, just getting high, drinking beer, smoking out, playing fucking Nintendo or PlayStation 2 or 3 or some fucking game. Nigga just be like, man, you know, play me some pimpin', man, you know what I'm saying? Put some shit in there, put some Isaacs in that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Some Isaac Hayes, some, you know what I'm saying, some Willie Hutch, man. Just put that shit in there. Play with some motherfucking pimpin'. So, you know, that's just some Memphis slang, man. For when niggas just be chilling, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, ain't doing shit, sitting around the house, you know what I'm saying, blowing weed and shit. And just be like, hey, man, play some motherfucking pimpin', man. That's how I go, man. I explained to you. I gave you the true meaning of that motherfucking word. Play me some motherfucking pimpin'.
I don't know what happened to the sound. Next track, here we go. Street Lady.
Trapaholics.
Next track, Street Lady.
Let's go out to the Street Lady. She can get you paid or she can get you played. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. Play me some pimpin', man. You know what I'm talking about. That's that hutch.
Real trap shit.
I'ma keep me some Gucci shoes with the Gucci frames. So I surround.
Is she egg?
It's fuzzy. She said it's fuzzy. Now they can hear you. Can you say sorry for whining into the microphone? Just kidding. You don't have to say that. Alright, anyways, continuing on now. Street Lady.
Man, like I'm Gucci Mane.
Trapaholics.
Tell your mama I'm a whole puller. Natural born street hustler, straight go get her. Go and tell your nigga, project got the straight drop. Meet me in the alley with the cash, pull the great Glock. Upside his head, got the bread, then we dipping out. Giovanni rims, orange paint, get my pimpin' out. Some call me dope man, you can call me drugstore. Crossing project on them things, I'ma let them slugs blow. Money like I'm Fort Knox, flexing like I sling blocks. Kush lead by the trees like I got a whole cross street lady. Street lady. What you do? Another day means another way. I can come up love anyway, just to get the pay.
This one's real nice. Finally, finally got something here to. Are you good, bro? Finally got something fun here.
40 cal with the hurt trigger, blowing out his shoes. I can use me a down hole, setting up a mission, coming home late with the plug sitting in his kitchen, flicking cars in the street. Always mob with the heat, keep my money on my mind, watch for snakes on the tree. Never sleep on a nigga, give respect to a man. Always keeping me some bling, see that ice on my chain. Came coming out of Mexico, to the runners, to the plug. Got the blow for the low, street ladies showing love.
Street lady. Street lady. Street lady. Next track. Next track. Chugging along here, people. Chugging along. One track at a time.
I got that push. Trying to get this money, man. I'm on my grind. Push. Gotta stack that cheese. I'm sprung on trees. My hair is strong.
All right. We got some Halloween vibes titled Fi-Fi Weed. Fi-Fi Weed.
Just working through the day, so I can't even blaze. So it's all night long. I don't trust myself, wanna buy myself. I'm on
Bro, you know when the ad-libs are just like coughing? I don't know if I've even ever really heard that. Because nobody likes the sound of a cough. It's, at least personally, I don't ever find the sound of a cough very pleasing. Very pleasing. Not that I guess I don't think so, at least. But here they've just laced the beat with cough sounds, so that's fantastic.
Step up here in the club, all eyes all over me. Ah, look at here, the boys have got the fire, yeah, yeah, weed. Got the fire, yeah, yeah, weed. Fire, fire, yeah, yeah, weed. Got the fire, yeah, yeah, weed.
Fire, fire, yeah, yeah, weed.
Got the fire, yeah, yeah, weed. Fire,
fire, yeah, yeah, weed.
Got the fire, yeah, yeah, weed.
Yes, sir. Real trap shit. I got that.
Fire, yeah, yeah, weed.
Trying to get this money, man. I'm on my grind. Gotta stack that cheese. I'm sprung on trees. My hair is strong. Just working through the day, so I can't.
you know, not all ideas are gonna land, right? You know what I mean? They had an idea, they executed it. Maybe not the greatest execution, but they did it, and it's definitely a thing, and so good for them for trying.
I don't trust myself when
This is why it's the mixtape. This is the mixtape, not the album, right?
I'm a cash, like in the cover shop where they choke off like or when I'm in the end, pass it down to a friend, you go cause I got it from Cali, passed out in the alley. I done took 2 pills from a hooker named Sally with a big round ass in the face like Hallie.
With the fucking horn. This is great stuff. This is like this is all timer, you know. Like this was, if there's like a Razzies for music, this could win a Razzie. Although nobody even heard it, so I guess people have to hear it for it to be. But there is no such thing as a Razzie for music, even though there should be something to play off the Grammys. You know what I mean? But whatever.
My nigga, Trapaholic, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? We need to take us a trip on down, man, to the ATL. We'll go with OJ now, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh, I got a warning. Hold on, let me see what's going on here. I got a music, like a copyright warning. I'm reading now. As of July 22nd, we are increasing the minimum age required to live stream to... Oh, that has nothing to do with... Okay, but anyways, so YouTube didn't like that. Detecting audio. We're going to move on to the next song here. Not too much left, actually. Let's give it a minute between songs, actually, because wait till the warning goes away here. Or I'll wait a little bit at least, but... So we just did Fi-Fi Weed. Wait. So this next one is just a skit. I'm going to skip the skit. So skipping the skit, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks left, including a remix. But the original track of the remix isn't on this album. So we're just going to continue on here with Time to Eat. All right, Time to Eat. But before I do, let me get a full glance at this warning. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. If you plan to continue, please ensure that the content owner has added your channel to their allow list. Uh-oh. Should I continue? So now at this point, I have a decision. And maybe whoever's watching can chime in here. Do I listen to the last 5 songs here and risk my stream being temporarily blocked, which that may or may not happen, although it probably will if they're warning me. So do I do that until they block me and then I can switch up, or should I just hop into like one more last thing here in place of this? If you care, feel free to chime into the chat, but I'm thinking here. Thinking about what else I could possibly do. Let's see. Well, you know what? To be honest, I don't even have anything else because I am gonna stream on Thursday. And there's the other things I'm going to use on Thursday. But I could just browse around. I could browse around and hang out. Let's just do that. I'm going to abandon this because I don't want to get yeeted. And honestly, to be honest, my opinion on Play Me Some Pimpin', even though I'm peacing out 5 songs early here, not great. In comparison to the other classic mixtapes I've reacted to so far, which are in a playlist on my channel if you want to see the other ones. But this one is like the worst out of the handful I've listened to so far. And these are mixtapes I have not listened to yet, and I'm just live reacting to on stream. Pretty like kind of obscure ones, because I've listened to most mixtapes, or not most, but a lot of mixtapes I've listened to. So, all right, I'm just gonna kind of browse around some of the, I don't know, maybe Reddit or something. I am curious if that. So it's 1:47 now. What I'm gonna do, I want to go onto my Netflix. Oh shit, what? I want to go onto Netflix and see if that documentary is dropped, because now it's technically December 2nd, right? So I want to know, did the 50 Cent Diddy documentary drop? I gotta know. Where's my phone? Oh, god damn it. Alright, hold up. So here I am. Netflix. It is December 2nd. I don't know what time.
27-year-old Morgan Duncan was reported missing from his apartment on Spring.
I don't know what time that Netflix usually updates their database or whatever their database. Jesus Christ. Sound like a fucking boomer. But the Diddy documentary produced by 50 Cent was supposed to drop on the 2nd, but Diddy's estate or his lawyers try to block it. So I'm curious, is it blocked? Would it have dropped already? I don't see it. No, it's not here. I typed in Diddy though. Genius is on here still. I'd never even finished that, and now it's just too late at this point. But man, what should I watch? I'm about to get off stream, and I do have to wake up a little early. I'm deep into One Piece. I'm actually watching Iron Fist season 2 right now, because I'm just watching all the Marvel shit and all of the street crime, like the Netflix Marvel TV series, the Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Iron Fist, Defenders, those ones have really caught me the fuck up. Like just time wise, just trying to slug through them all, because there's so many episodes and just a few seasons for each one, but like hour-long episodes, and they're not always like, they're not definitely not the most interesting installments in the Marvel series, and they're kind of a slug. But this Iron Fist season 2 is getting better as the season goes on, and yeah, so I'm probably just gonna go watch another episode of that shit, you know what I mean? And yeah, I think I'm just gonna peace out now, because I've been going for a minute. I'm gonna edit out all of the fucking silence, all of my breaks and whatnot. And also, I decided while doing this stream, in the middle of it, I decided that my new intro song is going to be the song that I previewed, or I played as my outro last episode, last Scratched Up Live. The song that I mentioned earlier that I made on the push. That's going to be the new intro song. And because I didn't play it as the intro today, I'm going to play it again as the outro. But starting next episode, I'm going to play it as the intro. Should also be putting up a little visualizer for it and put it up on as its own video, the full 5 minutes of it on YouTube. Need to do that this week, but alright. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Whoever is out there, whoever tuned in, thank you. Even if just for a brief moment. I appreciate it. I really do. My name is, well, I go by Derek Obscure out here, people, and this has been Scratched Up Live number 56. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give the video a thumbs up if you like what I covered. And hit that subscribe. Also, if you want to suggest content to me, like mixtapes to react to, hit me up in the comments, or you could even become a part of the QDR Discord. The invitation is in the description of this video. Peace.